Alrighty, there we go. Now we are live and ready to begin. Finally, we got that.
Yay.
How you doing, buddy? By the way, everything's all good, though.
Yeah, it's all good.
Nice,
Um,
nice. It's a nice
I know, I
Monday.
feel like it is a nice Monday. Even, the doggo is a handful, but we
so,
love her.
so we got a new PokePod dog in the mix now.
We do. And her name is Leia.
Oh, well.
Because
First of
we.
all, I hope Leia gets a lot of love and care, and I'm sure it'll
Thank
be
you.
fine with you for sure.
I think she will. She's a good dog.
Oh.
Yeah. What kind of dogs do you have again?
The ones I mainly always seem to get is Shih Tzu mix.
Oh.
Yeah, so the new one I got from last year, she is a Shih Tzu and Husky mix,
Oh.
which I never
Cute.
knew was a thing, but apparently that's how breeds work. So it just turned out to be a Shih Tzu mix. But what about yours, dog? Your dogs in particular?
This one is an English lab.
Uh huh.
We did have a boxer about 10 years ago, but unfortunately, it was just at a time where we just couldn't take care of her. Like, everybody was just out of the house all the time, and she was always in the crate, and it was just just bad timing. And she was very energetic, but we gave her to a good family.
Oh,
Um,
well, first of all, as long as you understand, I think that's something that many people need to understand whenever they get a dog is to know when one feels ready to own because it is a big responsibility. When you have a dog, you must understand the amount of pressure and the amount of dedication you have to put for that dog.
yes.
Because they're not simply items to have. They're not simply collectibles. No, they are a part of you as you are a part to them, and it is important to
Yes.
always make sure to love and care these puppies and dogs. So
Yes.
it makes me happy to see that at least you were able to acknowledge the situation for the puppy's sake and were able to give it a happy home. So that's very nice to see.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. This couldn't have come at the at a better time, honestly, because we were this has been in the making for like 3 years. Like, we've been wanting a dog, but it just never worked out. And then with the Backstreet Boys concert and other issues, it just now is just the right time.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of exciting stuff happening, which is why I actually haven't been around too much. I feel like we haven't talked
I know
in
you've been
like
busy, and I know that there are some things happening behind the scenes, and obviously we don't want to, interrupt any of that sort because it's of course getting adjusted and getting yourself fit into the new situation that you're in. Well, not really new situation, but more so a new location, I assume.
yes,
Hey there, TSS.
it's the TSS.
How
How's it
you
going?
doing, TSS?
Good?
It sounds like you're eating though.
Yeah, I'm good.
man shows no shame when eating on stream, man. I love that shit. But I'm glad to see you doing okay, TSS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just simply talking about puppies and all that. No music today, KG? Nah, not really. Not today in particular. Only because I just happened to be here in the Poke family thing, and I was like, let me just start it off for the night. Start at a nice 10 o'clock time. Let me go and tell him. Yes. Yeah, where is that? There we go. Perfect. All right.
I don't
So
see
No
anybody's.
Backstreet Boys allowed.
yeah,
Twice.
twice, man. But what were you gonna say, Paul?
No, I don't see anybody's comments. I think I have to log in.
Oh yeah, you have to probably refresh because that's what happened to me. It,
Oh.
it said I wasn't live until I had refreshed. So yeah. Hey there, cause why not? I haven't seen that name in five ever. I hope you've been doing okay, buddy. I know a lot of you liked part one over part two, but I liked part two more. Really, I'm curious to hear your take on that, EB. Probably you'll mention it when we get into the review for that. I do want to mention, yes, I actually watched the episode. I want to clarify that, yes, I actually went and watched the episode prior to the stream. Like, literally, within the last 30 minutes of this night, I managed to get the opportunity to watch the episode. I was really procrastinating with watching this episode, especially hearing all the criticisms and how people really are asking for their
I was
24
getting
minutes
my I
back.
was getting my notes ready.
Yeah, so TSS, I know you have the notes. I'm curious about your takes on some things only because,
Hmm.
funny enough, while I watched it subbed, our buddy over here took it in a different approach, which we'll probably get into when we get into that review, of course. Probably one of our, I would say, more interesting reviews because I feel like we're not necessarily going to talk about the episode itself, but rather the oddities that it did to this
Famous
episode.
last word.
Yeah,
Famous last words.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite myself with this one, but I get this odd feeling that that's probably gonna be the approach. Of course, at the end of the day, I can't control everybody in this goddamn call, so I don't know what the hell we're gonna get into for this episode review. But Tyrone did bring up a certain wording to that episode, which we'll probably bring up when we review the episode as well. That I genuinely now kind of feel that way after watching this episode, this Dwell parter. But we'll get into that when we get into it. So, obviously, a lot of things have been going on within the past couple of days. We're just a couple of days away, speaking of which, from the release of the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion pass, which is going to be pretty
Hmm.
exciting to see how people are going to be approaching it.
I'm
Yeah,
excited for it.
yeah, I am too. We got a little bit of
I
more
haven't.
information.
I honestly haven't even read into it much. I want to surprise my whole self. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
yeah, yeah. Now we did get some information. It's very minor stuff. It dives a little bit into the concept of legendary Pokemons and how they're being treated in this generation and how you can capture them and the rate that the captures happen, all that kind of stuff. So they didn't really go into the specifics of how the gameplay actually works, except I think in Pokenchi they showed off gameplay of it, if I'm
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
There we go.
So yeah, Pokenchi had a little bit of information and gameplay about the Crown Tundra, which looks very promising. Although as of right now, it's still very minor stuff. And I'm very glad that for this expansion pass, they're really not showing that much. It's very very hidden. This is one of their more interesting approaches for DLC because this is like I believe the first DLC that they've done where they're just not revealing pretty much anything at all. They're just letting you
I
go straight into it.
I honestly prefer it that. I don't know. I guess I also like being surprised.
I think this was the approach that they were intending to go with for Sword and Shield before the leaks happened, unfortunately.
Mm.
But I think they're doing it better here only because it's data. You can't really collect something that doesn't exist yet, because you have to download it yourself in person. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm curious about
Hmm.
like how this is gonna be. Of course, you guys already know for a fact I will be streaming the expansion pass when we get into it later this week. So make sure to keep an eye out on my Twitch channel and on Twitter as well to be notified when I do plan on streaming the Swoosh expansion pass releasing sometime later in the week. So, which I think was what was it, the 23rd?
Thursday.
Let me see, what day was that?
Should be Thursday.
It's the 22nd. There we go. Yeah,
22nd, huh? Midnight.
it's interesting. It's like I know it's coming out, yet I don't feel so excited. But I feel like my excitement will probably come the moment it drops. Of course.
Yeah. I I've been so busy. Honestly, I haven't even played any games or watched anything in a while. I've just been crazy. So I'm actually excited just to sit down and chill and just and just play.
Yeah,
No
I
matter
really
what.
want to try that multiplayer though. I think the multiplayer in
Yeah.
this one is probably going to be some of the more interesting approaches. Although I will say I am bummed out at one particular feature from it. It doesn't seem like you can explore in like the multiplayer stuff that I thought that would have been the
Hmm.
case in the DLC. But of course, it's still early to say. We only got very little information so far, but I get the feeling that that's probably what it's going to be. So we'll see it for ourselves when it releases later in the week. So yeah, Sword and Shield, that's the thing. We also well, hold on, let me also get this as well because my buddy EB here, EB Omnitrix, mentioned this regarding certain information that we just got not too long ago. And it isn't really much information per se, but it's something a little unusual, I'd say, which are these cute little figurines. You remember those candies that you would buy that would come with like a cute little toy for Pokemon stuff in the anime? They seem to be doing that again, but for the Journey series, and we got a couple of collectibles here. Let me go and present it for everybody
Hmm.
on stream. which I thought looked very cute. So hold on, let me just go put this here for everybody so they can see it for themselves. But while I'm at that, yeah, it shows off.
In Japan
Yeah, it's
or
gonna be a
here?
Japan thing on
Oh.
as usual. It
Pokemon
was
Okay.
Kizu. Yeah, it's Pokemon Kizu or
yeah
Pokemon Kids.
yeah they've never had these
The
kind of
stuff
candy
that
things.
you can buy in freaking Family Mart and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Here's the image we got in question so
Oh,
far.
what?
Yep. That's
So
right.
Oh, I love that
Yep.
toxicity.
Yeah, it says Pokemon Kizu Yume ni Mukatte Go Hen, or Go edition. That's like Yume ni, yeah. It's a pun. Yeah, it's a fucking pun, or it's
it
not.
has to be.
I mean, it's Go.
Oh.
Well, it's a pun on Go and Go, and yeah. So
Yeah, that
it's like
Koharu is fat.
yeah, it's like move toward. It's like go towards your dreams or move towards your dreams version.
Mm.
Kids, Pokemon Kids. So.
Yeah, so
Oh.
as you could see from here, we got some very unusual figurines for this pack. As you could tell, for example, there being a Score Bunny for some odd reason and not like a Reboot or a Cinderace. So that's a little interesting there. Pikachu with Yamper looks adorable. There's Ashgo and Koharu. Eevee, which is a female figurine to be exact. So I'm assuming that's going to be the one that Koharu's probably going to get.
Probably.
There is Surfetch there, probably indicating maybe something for Galarian Farfetch. We don't know exactly when that'll happen. We know for a fact that's gonna have to happen. We just don't know exactly when it'll happen. But it's still nice to see some figurines for it nonetheless. Suicune, which coincides with that planetarium thing that they're gonna be doing for Journeys, which I think is
Yeah.
already out by this point, or is it?
That's right. That's right. It's out already.
Okay, so there's that. The toxicity, which is based off the variants that we got here. I believe one's exclusive to Sword and one's exclusive to Shield, or is it regarding?
It's the amped version, the low key version. Yeah.
Yeah, so after that, we got the Sinistea. We got my favorite Pokemon from Sword and Shield, Snom. I love it.
So cute.
Look at the adorable little Snom, man. I love Snom so much. And then we got that stupid dreepy looking Pokemon. What is it called? Dragapult or some shit like that? Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
I know. I just don't like that it shoots little dreepies.
I like the Suicune looks cute.
Yeah, the Suicune looks adorable. And last but not least, we got ourselves Cupfu and Urshifu. And this is where a lot of the speculation is starting to begin to rise because a lot of people have been predicting for a long while now that maybe after the events that occur within the Sword and Shield chapters, that there could be potential for Ash and Go to be heading out to the other part of Galar, focused on the Isle of Armor. And personally, that would be a really awesome arc if they decide to approach it properly. I would like it for Ash and Go to be there for a good while. I don't want them to just be there for like 4 episodes. No, I want them to be there for like maybe a full season, as in 13 episodes at best. Like, you know, like how somebody's mentioned, Kuro mentioned in the chat, Summer Camp 2021. Yeah, let's have something like that where Ash and Go could legitimately be there for like 13 episodes. Maybe Koharu and the professors can come too, to also learn a little bit more about the Galar region and the interesting gimmick.
By the way, we already got Gengar and another Pokemon Kids set, so it's not
Yeah, it's not, and also Dragonite, I believe, as well. Was
Dragonite. That's right. Yeah. So this is a completely different set. So this is another set. They're not gonna fucking put multiple Pokemon in the same fucking set. I mean, the only thing is Pikachu, right? And then Satoshi and Go.
Yeah, now this time Koharu joins in on the mix, so that's great. She finally became a protagonist. She's starting to get figurines.
Yeah, I think they do 16. They do 16 at a time. So
yeah. I still have that adorable Beware though over here. It's still great. The Beware motorcycle. I still can't believe they actually made a cute little candy toy.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
I also go on.
I have a silent one that Tyrone actually gave me when we met up at Anime NYC. I think 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago.
It feels so long, man.
I know.
And I'm bummed out too because next month is supposed to be the ANYC event.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the big moment when every anime fan will gather around to go and have some great fun and chill, relax, and enjoy anime, and just straight up just walk around and chat with friends along the way. You know that it's always been like that. Unfortunately, this is going to be their first year where they're not going to be having it due to the Backstreet Boys, unfortunately, being in the mix. They seem to have gotten their concerts fucking full and shit, and now we are unfortunately not going to be getting anything.
You gotta tell people in Brooklyn, Queens to stop fucking buying tickets.
I know, man. Especially here in Brooklyn. Holy shit, man. Like, literally, I'm in the zip code where they had to start shutting shit down.
That's
the three of us soon.
Oh, man.
We'll have our own somewhat con.
You are like right there. You are like inches away from that zone. I don't even know if you are in the zone for where it got affected by, but like I'm literally smacked in the middle of it.
I guess I am. I haven't been there in a while, but.
So KG, yes, I've mentioned this like dozens of times. I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I've stated I lived in New York dozens of times, but I've always mentioned it's usually in Brooklyn. And if I don't mention it, normally somebody else here, particularly Polly, would probably bring it up.
It's like freaking year and a half. Like people have no.
Look at the New York squad.
Yeah, KG's Miles Morales. Well, I mean, I got the Hispanic part, so I guess there's
but the thing is though, at least Harlem here is real and not fake.
I'm a half a New Yorker.
Well, congratulations, Polly. You're Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Now,
I know what.
Go on.
Nothing. Terrell is being Terrell.
It wouldn't be.
Whoa, Donnie's the New Jersey squad. Hey.
Doesn't have the Brooklyn voice isn't really like. I mean, it all depends. I mean, it depends on if you lived in like freaking like various neighborhoods. You go to various neighborhoods in the same borough, and you have people that sound different.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi, Captain America, for me, KG. If I ever spot his ass, I'll let you know.
Captain America. Captain Fantastic.
I think he's busy living his last few years with his loved one, so it wouldn't be right to disturb that now, would it? Speaking of which, regarding Marvel shit, if I'm correct, this is the first year where Marvel is not going to be releasing any film.
Lightning, Speedy Gonzalez is already Mexican. So I don't know what the hell you were trying
Why'd you bring up the Mexican for? He's already Mexican.
I mean, Speedy Gonzalez is already Mexican. You
already got the job done, buddy. He is already.
That's like an extra piece of thing that you didn't have to say because we knew.
Good breaking news: the Mexican of Mexican, man. That's how it is.
When is WandaVision coming out?
It was supposed to be coming out this year. I'm assuming it got pushed back till later next year. I'm not sure just yet, but they did release a trailer for it, and it looks spoopy as shit. I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too.
Oh no, they mentioned December. December is gonna come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also if I'm correct, December is gonna be a pretty good year for Disney actually, because if I'm correct,
you mean month.
Well, end of the year, I should say.
December is a year, lady.
We have The Mandalorian coming out too soon.
That is true. And then I was gonna say, what was the new Pixar film that's supposed to be coming out in December?
Soul.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm excited for that.
It's a Pixar film. Yeah. Of course, it's gonna be great. Well, at least I hope it is.
And if anybody here wants to go to freaking watch a movie, then you have to go out of New York City to do it. So it's like,
yeah, hell no, I ain't gonna do that.
It's time for you both to come here then.
Well, I'm already here. Now I just gotta find a way to get my ass over to Manhattan.
No, that means you gotta go down and you gotta drive us to Di Lorenzo's.
You know what? Sure. I'm gonna take an Uber to get there, man.
You know how much shit's gonna
take cost? No, not with the Backstreet Boys all over the fucking place. I'm gonna take my ass, pay that money in Uber, and make that man happy. And I'm gonna go take a fucking Uber vehicle just to get over there.
Yeah, and then be like the freaking then be like Uber to not pay the guy that freaking drove 18 hours and came back and didn't want to get his gas.
Well, that's his problem, man.
That's Uber's problem.
Oh, there we go. That's Uber's problem.
Uber.
Wait, who was that? That's an unfamiliar voice right there.
What do you mean unfamiliar voice?
Well, in the conversation we were having, he was not present.
Speaks in unfamiliar.
Unfamiliarity. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
All good. We're just talking about the fact that I'm about to pay an Uber just to go watch a film that's going to be on Disney Plus.
Wait, what?
Exactly. I'm as confused as you are, buddy.
How did we get there? How do we get here?
Also, I think Terrell's asking where the hell you at, though.
Where the hell am I at?
I don't know. Where are you
Where are
at?
you at, Terrell?
Yeah, where is Terrell at?
Where
Hopefully
they at,
Terrell's
though?
doing fine now. I see him in the chat, though, so I'm assuming he's doing good. Where is he?
Polly, please don't be the trashy live action movie Kim Possible.
Yeah.
What's the sitch?
What is it? Do.
Yeah, that movie
That was the
didn't
only
need
good
to
thing about that movie.
that movie didn't need to exist.
All right.
So yeah, the figurines. It's looking hype. I can't. I want to buy them. I probably
you guys
can
talk
buy them.
about
I
the
don't know when they're
Marine?
gonna be coming if I do buy them because I think the stupid shipping thing is still banned unless I buy via what is it, FedEx or some other service.
Did you talk about the Marnie?
A friend of mine and a staff member at PM, he just got his P.
Oh, he got the big P or the little
yes,
big P?
the big P.
The big P. Oh shit!
Yeah,
big P.
Yeah, he had to pay with. Okay, all right. The Pikachu was like the Dynamax Pikachu was $400, and then over $600 to ship it.
What the fuck? No.
Ooh.
Excuse me. Hold on.
$1,000 fucking dollars.
No.
That's not that bad.
What do you mean it's not that bad? That's horrible.
Listen, man, you will do anything for B.
Oh my god.
Yeah, $1,000. Yeah.
Exactly. The P is just that much of a costly thing, man. I'm just saying.
That's not $1,000 worth. That's literally every bill I have as of current.
Damn, man. You have to pay that monthly?
Oh yeah, no, not right now. Like the bill change based on the situation of the house. But that's like saying, okay, I bought the like. That's like saying, oh, we have no lights, no heat, and no cable. But thank God, giant Pikachu to keep us warm and fed. I guess I don't.
There's his priorities.
That's the biggest problem. Surface Mail didn't want to send it, so he couldn't send it via C-mail, so he had to pay DHL, and DHL wanted $600.
Yeah. Well, that's actually something I'm struggling with currently. I need your guys' advice. Now, some of the English voice actresses, Sarah, Nato Shenny, Megan Hollingshead, the girl who plays the Burgundy, actually, everybody, Alison Rosenfield, I think she played Bonnie. Michelle Knotts, I'm missing somebody else, maybe Lisa Ortiz. At some point, they all played Nurse Joy. And they're doing a fundraiser with AmeriCares, which I think raises money for doctors and nurses fighting COVID, to have all six Nurse Joys from the show, sign a poster and give you a shout out. And I really like Burgundy's voice actress doesn't really do a lot of stuff like that. So this is like a once in a lifetime thing for me. And I'm wondering if I should go ahead and do it, but it is a pretty penny. So
is it $1,000?
It's not $1,000.
But then it's instantly worth it.
I know. I mean, look, this is all the money I was supposed to be spending on cons this year anyway, in Japan. So
might as well try to find some use.
That's what a lot of people are viewing it as. Like the money they would have spent for con, they actually have saved up now, so they won't spend it on other things, or they wind up spending it on other things that they would have spent it on con.
Yeah. So I guess I might as well go ahead and do it. But the deadline is October 23rd, so I had to make a decision.
Yeah, you have to make an decision by like what, 5 days?
Yeah, but I think it's for a good cause, so I might as well. It'd be cool to have a poster of all the Nurse Joy's signatures.
Yeah, especially though, there's one in particular. I know she did as you mentioned before, one of the VAs for, if I'm correct, Bonnie as well.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, I think she's the one who did Nurse Joy in Sun and Moon, or I don't recall which one now.
I think so. Let me go back to
I thought she did Sophocles, but I don't think she does Sophocles' voice. But yeah, I would love to get at least that signature as well, because I think she was definitely one of the highlights from the dub for X and Y, in my opinion. I like Bonnie's voice in the dub.
Yeah. They're so wholesome. They're
all great. Listen, they're doing this for a cause. It's lovely. it's very great, and I applaud them for working this sort of thing out. And I hope it's a success because at the end of the day, this is something that will benefit many, many lives, and hopefully, it'll help even save some too. So that's the most
Yes.
important thing
Yeah.
about this
Yes.
situation. But yeah, so
Yeah.
if you'd like to learn more information about that sort of thing, is there a link that you would happen to have with you?
Oh yeah. I have
This.
the English. Oh, sorry. I have the Instagram picture. I can screenshot it. Or
I
should
have the
give
Twitter
the
link because people
Okay,
actually
yeah,
people
Twitter
people
link.
Oh
actually.
shit! My boy. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
Erica Schroeder. That's. She
Wait,
played
wait, wait,
Beyonce.
wait, wait. Hold on. I didn't even realize this. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I gotta check
What?
this shit out. Oh shit! Yeah, my boy Kelvin was the one that did the artwork for that. Oh shit!
Nice.
Yeah, okay, so in case you guys don't know, Kelvin has done a lot of amazing artwork. I've known Kelvin's art since the beginning of X and Y, because he's done some art there for the X and Y
Oh.
anime stuff, like way back then. And to see Kelvin doing an art dedicated to this and being the one responsible for drawing the poster here, that's awesome right there. Holy
That's
shit.
awesome.
Props to Kelvin out there. If you haven't followed him, obviously in that tweet you'll see there that says artwork by Kelvin Trainer K. Definitely give your love and support to that person, man.
Oh,
Amazing dude. Amazing.
his
amazing
art is so cute. I love it.
Actually, kind of weird to see all the Nurse Joys together now that I start to think about it.
It's the
Yeah.
Avengers of Nurse Joy.
Well, because I've never seen them all in one spot, obviously. I think the closest we ever got was when they brought like a bunch of Nurse Joys together from, like, I think a Johto episode.
Wasn't it the one where there was like
I think-
the Joy School or some shit like that?
Yeah, I think so. And
think so.
Jesse's trying to be like a Nurse Joy, but she can't, so she's got to be she's got to be a Blissey instead, or a Chansey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then she doesn't pass her that because she's not a fucking Pokemon.
Then there's Brock has a dream in a Diamond and Pearl episode.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, where all the Joys and Jennies like run after him. But it's really I forget what Pokemon is causing it was Malice in Wonderland. That's what I remember it.
But yeah,
But,
so hopefully, let me take a look at this real quick. There's the V Shout Live. Yeah, $175 for that. Not bad at
Yeah.
all.
So it's
Wait,
not bad,
James
but
Spence authentication? Who's this? Yeah, well, no idea what that is. But okay.
yeah.
Received 6 video shoutouts and 11 by 17 art done by Trainer Kelvin. Art prints signed by all 6 Nurse Joys from the Pokemon series.
Yes. If I do this, everybody pray that the voice of Burgundy gives me a nice little tailored shout out in the Burgundy voice.
You gotta pay $1,000.
Maybe she'll
$1,000 for a plushie
You gotta
or
pay
for
a
a
giant-
line recording?
Right, so you gotta pay
Yeah.
$1,000 for a giant. We're just gonna say giant Pikachu's the code word for $1,000, just like how Mew is $50 bill and
P is $1,000. P is $1,000 now.
you need to pay your rent. How much is your rent? Oh, it's a giant fucking Pikachu
I'll give you 1 Pikachu.
deal.
Thank you, good lad. All right,
You're gonna stay here
good
long.
doing business with you.
Yeah, you get to stay here one more month.
Exactly. Someone says a lot of pennies. Shit. You know, one of these days I want to do that to someone where it's like it's gonna be $100. I'm just gonna throw my goddamn buckets of pennies in front of their face and be like, start counting.
Well, it's better than paying somebody $2,000 in ones.
I hate that buying a house at this point would be 12 giant Pikachus.
I already have this giant Pikachu that I don't know what to do with.
That
Like
annoys
you know
me.
the Pikachu I bought from
You should sell it. I heard it's worth a lot.
what, Detective Pikachu plush? Hell no, I don't want that to go
No,
away.
I'm kidding. I'm just basing
Yeah,
it off
look,
of
I have so much big ass plush. I forgot that I live in an apartment building, and now I have no idea where the fuck to put these things. Because I have a big ass Fennekin, a big ass Bulbasaur, the big Detective Pikachu plush, the big ass hell Mew plush, the big what was it, the one that we went to
Build
get
yourself a terrace.
the Build-A-Bear shit that we went to EV to get the EV plushie.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that big ass thing.
Just kick out your family members.
Oh,
that
and
have been
also
taking up all
Big
that
Yoshi.
space.
Big Yoshi's over there as well.
Kick out the family members that are taking all that space.
You have a hat too, the Detective Pikachu
Yeah, I do
hat,
have the
right?
Detective Pikachu hat.
Yeah.
I bought that for the Detective Pikachu thing. Pika and Ty says, show off my figurines. Well, that would require me to have my camera on. And my camera's not actually plugged in at the moment, so...
You
Shit!
wasted your wasted
No,
goomies.
come on, man. Oh, fuck, man. All right, hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to try to figure this shit out. Look, so many people have wasted their points. Oh, hey, look, ad time. This is perfect, actually. Ad time. While I go try to get the shit set up. You're wasting your goomies, guys. Be happy with your goomies. Cherish those goomies. But let me go try to get this shit set up for all of you guys, because you all deserve at least some plushy look set. So, everybody else here in the call, please.
No, they gotta
chat
pay
away.
money before they get to fucking see this giant.
All right, guys, fork it up. Either subscribe to the channel, donate in the donation thing down below, or you could do the other thing and also buy some merch, because yes, we do got some nice merch, which I should actually show
I
off
need
what
to
we're
start
doing.
buying. Actually, it's starting to get cold.
Hey, listen, man, I heard that sweater's really good, no?
Yeah, I need to get the hoodie. It's starting to get cold, actually.
All right, let me go and get this shit set up while you guys chat away with the chat. All right, thank you.
All right.
All right. So
Well, the
today,
three of us.
the three of us here. So another thing I want to mention as well is we had lots of fun with the L4D stream last night. If you didn't tune in, it was some great moments,
We did.
of frustration.
Yeah,
But also,
Screw Terrell for that shit he pulled off, though.
Oh, that was bullshit.
I loved it, but God, that shit pissed me
Oh,
off.
I just didn't expect it, but yeah, it was fun to actually like scramble to get everything back into place.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ.
yeah, freaking have tanks on fire and like woo!
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we had
and
the fall guys mod on.
Yeah,
on the
and we
comment
have
section.
one more. We're gonna have one more Left 4 Dead stream this Sunday coming up. Because it'll be the last one in October, so that'll be our Halloween one.
And it's gonna be versus, which
It's gonna be versus, which means
four lucky people.
Yeah, 4 lucky people who are a part of my channel who are wanting to challenge us or vice versa can participate, and that's gonna be fun. I've not played versus except that one brief time that we played it where we didn't get the game actually like started for real.
Yeah,
I think we were playing against like really advanced players.
Yeah, that's why you don't play open. That's why you don't play open versus online, because then people say it's your shit.
People been playing the game since it came out, and that was like what 10 years ago.
11 years ago.
11 years ago. So yeah, that's 11 years of practice.
There have been people that have been played for multiple thousands of hours on the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna play separately after October, but just on like casual time. I'm not gonna play it like as religiously as I've been playing it recently.
Yeah, and if you don't have the game, you could wait until it goes on sale. It was actually given for free. It was actually $2.
Oh my God! Well, yeah. Thankfully, you were able to provide the game for free, but I would definitely pay the money for it. It's all like even when it came out, I would pay the money for it because it's a fun game. I just never got around to it. I never got around.
I mean, it was a $60 game, but I think the biggest issue was that it came out a year after the first game, and people thought people were duped.
Yeah,
but now it's pretty much like you play the game, and you play the game, you play the mod. You don't really play for the game, you play for the mods.
Of course, yeah.
Because there's also map and campaign mods too. So it's really fun. Like I said, we had the Fall Guys one. KG was doing like he was making the survivors Pokemon. So I was like I think last time, let's see, on Saturday I was a Sceptile, on Sunday I was a Inteleon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, see, Lewis is an Inteleon. That's funny.
Unfortunately, I don't know if it's just specifically my game or whatever, but I'm gonna try to keep mine and not as modded, because for some reason the game crashes if I stack too many mods together. Either that or it's based on which mods I'm stacking together.
It's probably based on which ones you're stacking together.
Yeah. There's certain mods that are probably conflicting with others.
Exactly.
But I did have fun playing around with them, and the Fall Guys one is definitely fun because it still weirdly has that same level of anxiety when you see a bunch of zombies attacking you, even if they look like the fucking Fall Guy. Even if the fucking hamburger Fall Guy comes in.
The construction Fall Guy.
Yeah, trying to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, instead of the infected noise, you get woo woo.
You guys talking about the guys of falling?
Yeah, and it's so much because they're so, and it weirdly fits because Fall Guys is already infamous for having like a bunch of players attack at once and collide and pile all on the top of each other. So it literally just looks like a game of Fall Guys, and you just have to shoot the competitors.
Right?
Yeah. Because literally when the horde comes, you just see all the Fall Guys. Like, wow, we're actually playing Fall Guys.
Yeah, it looks like they're dropping. It looks like they're playing fucking Seesaw or whatever.
Hold on, actually, I got the thing set up now, so we should be good. I'm not using my main camera for this one, but I still think it'll still work nonetheless. So let me put that on right now. There we go. How you guys all doing? Sorry for the blurriness of this thing. I don't know why it's so blurry, but whatever. That don't mind. You guys came to see the plushies, so obviously we got such a huge amount of them. Look at this. I have to pull this shit out from the fucking thing just so I could grab it for you guys over here. So here's Big Yoshi, obviously as big as you could get. Probably there is a bigger size, but I don't know. I want to show off this one too. This is a very special Pikachu for me right here. Look at this one right here. Don't you think it's cute? Yeah,
it's also so fluffy and
yeah, it's the fluffy chew. It also has this cute little dress going on for it too. So, funny thing about this dress that you're seeing right here, the dress is actually my dog's from when she was a lot younger. So obviously she doesn't fit in this no more. And my mother was like, "Hey, I got a good idea," and she found this Pikachu plush, slapped it in right here. Bam! Look at that.
Christ.
Yeah, so that's good and great. KG really losing weight. Hey man, I hope I'm losing weight because that means my fucking ring workout is actually working. So hey, I hope it's working. But thank you for noticing. Also speaking about the shirt, look at this nice shirt right here. Boxing match, Hitmonchan versus Hitmonchan, right there. A beautiful poker shirt to wear for that. Last but not least, for other plushies, though, Jesus Christ, it's fucking big. Look at the size of this mammoth. I can't even see this shit.
That shit can't even fit in the frame.
No, it can't even fit in the frame. Look at the bulb. It's so high, man.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
So cute.
Yeah. Thank you guys for the compliments on the fitting fit.
Bigasar.
Yeah, Bigsar. And last but not least, of course, obviously, we must also promote this shit here. Look at that right there. It's a nice little PokePod hat. It looks beautiful right there. Look at that right there. Which you guys can also get for yourself if you'd like to via the merch shop down below in the Twitch thing. So if you'd like to get your own hands on the PokePod hat, we also got some PokePod shirts, all that jazz, even stickers as well if you'd like to get your hands on it. Definitely take a look in the description down below. Here, I'll let my boy Pika wear this. Look at that. Look at that. See? Look at that. It's already Pikachu out here supporting that shit like a champ right there.
Wait till they get that Pikachu out for fucking
exactly. When the code PokePod comes out, you know we'll be the first to let you guys know.
It's gonna be PokePod, but the O's are gonna be zeros on the fucking thing because O's aren't allowed on the Switch mystery gift thing.
Cowl PokePod merch. If I ever make that shit, that'd be something interesting. But there we go. I'm gonna leave this over here to the side. And that's all the things I can show off. Obviously, I have a shit ton of other merch over there. You guys probably can't see it's hidden from the camera, but just know that there's a crap ton of Dragalia figurines and other shit up there as well. Also, so yeah, there you go, ladies and gents. But yeah, once again, if you'd like to go and support us, or just at least just love to give your thing out here, you can always go buy yourself a hat. Show off the gold chain on your wrist. You mean this shit right here? This is actually given to me by my mother during Christmas of last year. And yeah, it's something very special to me. I've never taken it off, and I keep it as a possession for something, in case of emergencies, you could say. KG, who is best girl in your collection? Shit. Let me see. I got Mithra, Pyra, Monica, Edelgard, Zethia. Let me see. Akagi, Atago, Belfast, Prince Eugene, Wooloo. Yes, because Wooloo's Wooloo's a waifu. Toru, Kana, Froppy. Let me see who else is there. What was his name? Unicorn as well. Shit, there's Mim. Of course, Mim is my favorite, of course, so I can't go wrong with that. That would probably be my number one choice right there, Mim. But yeah, the figurines, you've probably all seen them before. So yeah, there you go. So I have a shit ton of those over there. I'm probably not going to show them off until maybe later down the road whenever I do like another highlights. But just know that those are some of mine. And my favorite definitely has to go to Mim for sure. So let me go and turn off the camera now that I showed off everything here. So let's get back to our regular scheduled little shenanigan for tonight. Why don't we? All right. So yeah, the list is going to continue to go on because there's so much shit I have to show off at some point, which they all have stories of their own, and I need to find a new place to put them because I think I'm getting so much I'm starting to lose space for them. I actually went ahead and bought me the UCFK and exclamation point unknowns, so I'm curious to see when I'm going to get my hands on those. Scramble those letters around. You'll probably figure out what word that spells, but I can't wait to get my hands on those real soon. And I'll show those off when I get a chance at some point in the future. But anyway, anything else I am missing? Yes, actually, there is another thing I do also want to discuss as well, only because I feel this is probably very important because this has been something I've been working for like a while now. It's been about a month or two since I've been doing this. As you guys are aware, almost all of the goddamn PokePod sessions that we have done are not in my traditional channel no more. You know, KG Mundial, because that's always been the place. And if you notice, I have not uploaded anything there whatsoever. And the reason as to why that's the case is because I have been on the works of making a separate channel solely dedicated to just the PokePod, because I've noticed that in my main channel that I've had, it's mainly been filled with a lot of variety in terms of gaming content and other inconsistencies, you could say, where it just doesn't feel like it fleshes well. So, for the sake of making sure that those who enjoy the PokePod would like to have these things in an area where it's easy to get and just get from there, I have a new YouTube channel in the works right now. It's already completed. It's just a matter of just waiting for all of the episodes to go live because I had to upload 63 different sessions of the PokePod, and you could tell already that shit took a long time because I had to redirect them all to the new channel. But I got them all set to go. They're ready to begin, and I am excited for you guys to go and take a look for it yourself if you like. Let me actually go and switch to the other thing.
Is it going to be the whole thing, or is it just talking about the episode?
No, I mean all of the PokePod, like the complete sessions of the PokePod, all of them, all 63 sessions.
Oh, we're gonna get caramelized onions.
Yeah, there is one session I noticed here when looking through this list that why was it 3 hours? I never understood that. I think I know what that might actually be.
That's one's XY gate. I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so they should all be live now, if I'm correct. Let me go and double check on them. I noticed that the thumbnails have not yet been updated for a majority of them, but they should all be present and good to go for everybody to go and check out. Yeah, here we go. PokePod session 20 something. Let me see what session number is this here real quick. 20. Oh wow, they even updated some of the titles here. That's odd. But okay, whatever. I'll take a look at this soon. So there's a lot of sessions, folks, that have just been uploaded at the exact same time. So let me go and hit the channel thing right now.
Yep.
Check it out. And here you guys can go check for yourself. I will be fixing everything at a later point once everything is officially live and good to go. So there you go. There's the channel right there. Ooh. You can go and subscribe for yourself if you like. I don't know why all the PokePod sessions have been unshuffled. That seems a little awkward to me, but that's fine. I'll probably fix that.
You can just make a playlist.
Yeah, I'll just make a playlist because it's funny enough. I uploaded all the sessions consistently, but yet somehow the PokePods, when they finally go live, it's like they just completely reworked everything. So let me try to see
Yeah.
if I can re-edit them all by some chance.
Well, I'm excited for the openings.
Yeah, we have the opening rankings, we have the full episode reviews, we have the anime reactions, we have all of those things up there for
Yay.
you guys to go and check out if you'd like. We have the nice little cute YouTube banner on top with the PokePod world there with everybody present in our
Oh,
discussions as well.
I love it.
So yeah, everything that you see right there is it's there for you guys. So all the sessions are available there. We will, of course, once this session is done, upload the current session that we've done over to the new one, to the new channel. And there will also be a side special as well for the PokePod World channel as well, where every Sunday I'm going to be doing, or maybe not Sunday, but somewhere in the middle of the week, I might be doing a Anti-Poke News of the Week, which is just roughly talking about things that have been announced for Anti-Poke or just Pokemon related content that tend to be in Japan, you know. So it's going to be covering things that normally wouldn't really fit in, say, our normal discussions here because they're very minute. They're not really major stuff, but something I think would still fit nicely in like a smaller video for you guys to enjoy. So it'll be like a little weekly roundup kind of thing. For Anti-Poke stuff, which I don't think I see a lot of people do. Normally, a lot of folks tend to cover a lot of the main heads, the main articles that we normally get. But here, it's going to be like just focusing on some of the minor things that most people tend to put to the side because it's kind of hard to make a video for those kind of topics. So yeah, it's going to be like a little bit of a news kind of thing, a round table of some sort to give you guys clarification for what's going to be coming from Anti-Poke content from Japan anyway. So yeah, it's things like that I have in the works. There is once again 63 sessions. I will be making a playlist here. Are the reactions going to go up too or deleted? I still have the reactions to the recent episodes of PM 2019 on my on my on my computer. What I wanted to do is because I've actually been watching a lot of streamers out there or a lot of content creators on YouTube. I've seen that a lot of folks upload their stuff via Patreon because it seems like that's probably the safe place to go. So what I might do is I might put them on Patreon as well. Though I still don't know if I'll do that yet. That's still very early in the works. We'll probably talk more about that later. But yeah, it's probably gonna be something there where it's not gonna like be like, oh, you guys gotta pay like $5-10 or something. It's probably just gonna be like $1 or something just to give a little, you know, and to help support the channel out for all of us here, you know, whenever we need to create or get something like that. And we'll be able to upload the reactions and even have some nice little cool little mini content that might be exclusive for those who are via Patreon. Yeah, you know, Q&A stuff, if anything like that sort of thing. We would love to try to bring some variety that I think mostly people would enjoy. It's not necessarily a paywall per se because the streams are still going to go on Twitch. Those who miss the streams, unfortunately, will have to try to go via Patreon. So that's pretty much how it's going to be. They will always be available for everybody the moment we do our live stream. So make sure to tune in on the live streams to never miss out on the reactions. But for uploaded reactions, they will most definitely be going to that, though. And also just to make it easier for me. Just to keep things, you know, safe, at least somewhere. We'll figure things out over time. Once again, it's still relatively early to say at the moment. But yeah, we're doing a lot of, you know, little risks here. Obviously, with the merch shop we just recently opened not too long ago. The new channel now dedicated to just the PokePod content. This is also completely brand new. These are things I'm trying to take risks on because I really want to help get the PokePod well known out there. I really want people to learn more about this channel, and I want people to learn more about what we love to do and why we love to do it. And hopefully the decisions that I'm making are ones that I hope is going in the right direction. It's still early to tell because it just started, but I think I made the right choice with keeping things in a consistent place rather than have it jumbled up with other content that don't necessarily fit with the PokePod itself, you know.
And to give people an update kind of because everybody wants to know, well, what about PokeMonsters.net version 6? We're still working on it. We're getting some back end stuff like for the VA database and crap like that. we're trying to squash bugs, but of course, with the Backstreet Boys stuff, everybody the time is basically nothing. So that originally we wanted to get it ready for the 15th anniversary back in May, but of course, that stuff happened. But we are still actively working on it, and I believe you guys will enjoy it. If it's not going to be the end of this year, it's going to be the beginning of next year, hopefully by the next anniversary. So we hope you wait, and we hope that you are waiting bated breath, because this new website is going to be one of the best sites that you'll ever be able to go to, because we will have a lot of things. And one of the things that you will be looking at is the ratings timeline. I cannot wait until everybody was able to. We have compiled all the available ratings from episode 1 until now. So
that's great.
and then you could view it via series, you could view it via time, you could view it via date, and then you will just see the great waterfall, it's like a big line chart, a bar chart, and you're gonna see see where it tails off.
I'm looking forward to that.
Why?
Damn.
But that's where it does.
Wow.
That'll be for a debate for another day when that happens. So.
Oh yeah. When the stuff goes live, you're gonna see. Like I said, when the new site goes live, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that people are gonna be ranting and raving about. And I could talk about that because I've mentioned that before on this pod a few times. So
I'm excited for both things, the pod and this website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. I can't wait to see everything go hopefully smoothly for everyone. That's the only thing I can ask for.
And we also need to talk about some of Hayashi's tracks have been uploaded to Shazam for recognition, and in preparation for the OST to be released in a few weeks.
And this is interesting too, because if I'm correct, Shazam is basically mostly digital stuff.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me ask, is this probably going to be their way of saying, hey, we're going to release the OST digitally?
Oh boy.
I wish I knew that beforehand.
I know, that's
I will still say getting the first press of a CD, having a physical copy of CD, I think is always best.
Yeah, exactly. This is really special for me. This is the first CD I'll own.
Yeah, and if they have that available via like streaming services like Apple Music or Spotify or anything of that sort, like legally for us to get, that is a major W for fans out there who have been begging and pleading to see this sort of thing happen, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess it helps with the My Hero soundtracks being available on Spotify too. So Hayashi is probably taking advantage of that.
Hell yeah, because it's his name. You know, the fact that his name is so recognizable, of course, I think he would want to take this opportunity to get some, recognition in that sort of way for the Pokemon side of things. I don't know. I feel like
and too bad on the dub side, you only get to listen between 0 and 4 of his songs.
I think what's gonna be more hilarious about that situation is just the fact that it's like, oh hey, like Pokemon's gonna tweet out saying, hey, by the way, we have all the music from Yuki Hiyashi, the composer of the Pokemon anime series, available for you to listen to on YouTube. Go take a look, and everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
What the fuck is this?
No, of course, it's gonna be the few people that will respond. It's like saying, "Stop lying in your credits. Why haven't we heard 98% of these tracks?"
What's this clickbait? You're gay, and I hate you.
Damn, bro.
What have they played? The Galar.
Galar Wild Battle. The Galar Wild Battle. The ending march thing. I think the end of that.
Yeah.
And trying to think what else. I know there's. I know at least 4 track. There has been a maximum like 4 tracks kept, but it's like I can't believe they still can't like take the Galar gym theme, which is the best damn song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember when it first came out and they made that animation where the gym was a rave party in the Pokemon Center in the next in the town. Nurse Joy's like covering her ears, trying to cure the Pokemon while they're trying to sleep. They're all sleeping
God, I forgot to bed.
because of the fucking raid that's happening. And then like, well, when she looks over, there's like a giant Pokemon that breaks the fucking roof of the gym.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
It feels like it's been so long.
Yeah, because
Can you believe? Sorry, what were we gonna say?
No, go ahead.
No, can you believe it's gonna be a year soon since Sword and Shield came? Like it seems like just yesterday.
It is crazy, yeah.
But then it also seems like years and years ago.
It felt like 2 years at best. Like it came out during the time Let's Go came out or something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my birthday. Yeah, Pokemon comes out on my birthday.
Yeah,
Right.
Galar Wild Trainer. Well, the cat, I think the gym theme was probably the Unova one, and then Ash's theme. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Let me just grab this here real quick just to make sure I got everything set, because I know in a bit we are probably going to be talking about the episode for tonight. So let me go ahead and take care of that real quick. But before we get into that, though, is there anything else you guys here in the call would like to just bring up and talk about for just a wee bit?
You can get your Pikachus. I completely forgot about it because I managed to get them, so I got the Pikachus, but they did a terrible job announcing them because I almost forgot that they existed. You can get your Kalos Pikachu if you put in Kalos Pika as your code for the Kalos region Pikachu. Also, obviously, if you're putting in a code on Mystery Gift, the O is replaced with a 0. So if you're wondering,
and the one and the I is replaced with
a 1. They did that so you won't have confusing moments. And they also did the Best Wishes Pika as well, which is Pika Best Wish.
Which is kind of telling you they went with the Japanese. Yeah, the best.
Yeah, they went with the Japanese. Yeah, because I just realized we don't know. If you're an American and you only watch Pokemon in America, you have no fucking clue what that means. Yeah, you have no fucking clue what Best Wish means. I think they do say it in America and but they don't. They say it as like a passing, like Ash will be going somewhere and be like Best Wishes, but in America that's completely out of context. You have no idea what that means.
Wait, is Advanced Pika still around?
Yeah, they're all
they're all still available as of right now. I think they're available until November 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah, November 30th is the deadline. So if you want your Pikachu, then go ahead and get
probably
those.
Next week we're probably gonna get the what is it? So we have Kalos. Now the next one is
the next one is Alola.
Alola's next, and then finally we're gonna have Meltachu is next.
Meltachu and then Galar or Journey's Chew.
Yeah, Journey's Chew. Which I think this will be Journey Chew's first video game debut.
That's right.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah. So if you want Journey's Chew, and I also just like, I'm gonna just say it now. Statistically, if you're thinking, oh, I can put this Pikachu in, these Pikachu suck. None of them are competitively viable in any sense of the word.
Their IVs just suck.
Their IVs are absolutely terrible. And if you're thinking, oh, that's just yours, maybe mine will be good. No, they're all programmed to be bad. The only way you can make these Pikachus good is if you train one to level 100, hyper train it so all the IVs are great, and then you better make sure that it has the right nature, which I don't know what nature these Pikachus have. In fact, let me check while we move on to the next.
Well, I've seen most of them are neutral. So.
I think most of them are neutral too. They went out of their way to make these Pikachus bad.
Yeah, I think they're doing this because they want to make sure you have to give them the candies and the treats and all that.
Yeah, they want you to utilize all the game's features. So that means what they're probably doing is that these are just marketing aesthetic Pikachu.
And unlike Go, you can't evolve them in the Raichu because you can't have a Raichu.
Oh yeah, and they can't even evolve, so they're just they just exist.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they're coded Pikachus. Coded Pokemon are Pokemon that can't evolve for some reason. Spiked Ear, Pichu, Pikachu with hat. I think Pokemon Yellow's Pikachu can't evolve. My
No.
partner Pikachu can't evolve. My partner Eevee can't evolve. Bullshit like that.
And that's why we got fucking Batty Bad.
Technically, I think what happens is that their code technically counts as a completely different Pokemon. So this is Pikachu, but it's not coded as Pikachu. It's probably coded as like Pikachu Ash Hat EXE or some bullshit. So let me check the natures while you guys continue onward.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've seen
yeah.
some as hardy nature. That I've also seen some other ones as well.
I think they're all like you said, they're all the neutral natures. I don't think there are any like dedicated.
I think they made it specific to be.
They all are hardy nature. Actually, every last Pikachu is hardy nature. Son of a bitch! It says it seems to have came from a Pokemon TV program. I don't know why I find that fucking hilarious. It came from a Pokemon some TV show about Pokemon.
Yeah.
So does that mean Ash is
It
Pikachu?
came from Bokenshi, no.
Yeah, well, they can't say it in the description. It came from Pokenshi. That'd be funny on a completely different reason. The ribbon that it has is the classic ribbon, a ribbon that proclaims love for Pokemon. And if you click on it and mark it, then your Pikachu will come out as Pikachu, the Pokemon fan. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's still no.
I've
there's
made
still
it a mission.
No Voltackle. No Voltackle.
Yeah, no Voltackle. And unfortunately, since it doesn't have the Pichu birth in it, it can never learn it. So this is the one Pikachu that, weirdly enough, can never learn Voltackle, even though it's Ash's fucking Pikachu.
Well,
But I'm going to dedicate an unnecessary amount of time to make Kalos Hat Pikachu the best fucking Pikachu statistically.
yeah. Oh yeah, I still want all of them.
Oh yeah, just for collection purposes. If you missed the Sun and Moon ones.
It can learn it in the centers.
Wait, it can learn Voltackle in the centers?
Yeah, Corolla says, yeah.
Oh, okay, let me check. Give me 1 second.
Wow, this man just made an assumption.
Well, no, because like Pikachu normally follows the gimmick where it has to be born as a Pichu and have the Voltackle equipped already, or it's given via giveaway. Normally, those are the Pikachu that have Voltackle. It's very rare that we see a Pikachu that just can get Voltackle. They usually make it under the birth situation. Now, there can be a situation where these Pikachus already technically had Voltackle, and then for some reason Game Freak made them forget Voltackle.
Yes.
I don't know why the fuck they would do that. That's weird. Because they want you to go to the move relearner, probably.
Yeah.
I'd love to give you an answer, but I don't have one. So
why would you do that? Why would you just not make it so whatever?
Oops.
I'm checking right now. Let's see. We're gonna do Diamond and Pearl Pikachu.
All right. Well, the only Chew that deserves it, honestly.
It can't. There it is. It's the top move. Fuck. There it is.
You lied to me, Tyrone. All this time I didn't want to get these Pikachu because I thought they couldn't get Voltackle.
That's so weird because normally Pikachu's locked under its Pichu light ball criteria where it's stuck. Not being able to.
I thought I learned Voltackle.
It says Diamond and Pearl Pikachu literally has Voltackle Pika. Yeah, but the problem is that it doesn't have it at its natural fucking moveset. You would think it would have it
well,
at
least you don't need fucking heart scales for that.
Thank God. It's still annoying.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make anything any better, but it definitely is just good to know.
Wait a minute, hold on. The clip name: Amused Good Fennel Charlie the Unicorn. Okay. Charlie.
Charlie.
I haven't heard that in forever, man.
Come to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
I mean that's pretty interesting though, because I know you want to know what I also based it off of. I based it off of Sun and Moons, where they can't. Those Pikachu were based on which Pikachu knew what in which generation. Like for example, I think OG Pikachu had Thunder, Thunderbolt, Quick Attack, and Agility, which was a very goofy ass moveset. But they did it because that's the moves he knew back then. Whereas now they're basing it off of that. And now they're giving them the moves. In Sun and Moon, they were giving them moves appropriate to what it had in each series. Where here, they just yeeted the moves it currently has in the TV show right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was blindsided. But yeah, get your Pikachus. Get all of them because
they're all
also,
there for you
I
till November.
remember in Sun and Moon, they only let us choose 2. The I Choose You Pikachu, and then whatever one you wanted for the series. And if you try to enter
Or
another,
if you had,
if you're KG and you want to fucking cheat, you can get all of them.
hey, listen, that wasn't cheating. That was being resourceful. With the 2
Sure.
copies of Sun and Moon I
Sure.
had.
Cheating can be spelled 2 different ways.
Exactly. Hey, listen, man. My way just happened to give me all to choose, and I'm happy with that.
But yeah, go get your damn marketed ass Pikachu's.
They're not going to be leaving you until far, far later.
I kind of wish they would do that with other anime trainers and give us like Pokemon from them, like have a Psyduck with Misty's lure on it.
They did that with who they do that? Iris and Silent. They did that.
They did.
Yeah, they gave Axu, and then they gave what was that stupid grass ass monkey?
Was that a Japan? Was that a Japan exclusive thing? And that was Pansage, by the way.
I believe it was also available in the U.S.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just so weird. I don't think they did a good job advertising.
Well, to be fair, this was during the pre-internet days, you know.
I kind of want them to do that with Ash's other Pokemon too, like have a Butterfree with a yellow scarf on it or something.
They can.
That'd be nice. It can't Gigantamax or something because I don't know, its bond with its original trainer is too high or some shit. But it'll have the yellow scarf and that'd be kind of cute.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be cute.
Yeah. But yeah,
so
that's video game news.
Yeah, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We had our chance to talk about video games. I think everything went well on that part. Obviously now though, we have to talk about. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. This review from me is not gonna be long at all.
All right then. Well, I think it's gonna be a long one for me personally.
Really?
Yes. So
okay, that's interesting.
I know, right? So let's get right into it. Then, why don't we, ladies and gents? So, ladies and gents, we're probably gonna be talking about, in my opinion, one of the greatest episodes of all goddamn time.
Are you serious?
Yes. Today, folks, we're going to go and talk about Sun and Moon episode 144 because theoretically, it has already somewhat in a way dropped in Japan because it would have been the 20th of October by then and there. And what better way to celebrate a remarkable occasion than by having an opportunity to talk about it 1 year later? Wouldn't you say? At least that's something we could talk about while we wait and actually figure out what the shit we're actually going to talk about for tonight. But seriously though, happy first anniversary to one of the best episodes of all fucking time.
Yes.
But now then, let's actually go and talk about these assholes real quick. So, these motherfuckers right here, these little Murios, Marsh Toms that we got going on over here on the ground. This was an episode. Rather, 2 episodes. Rather, 2 mini-sodes. This was another one of those intriguing episodes where they decide to go with an approach of splitting it up into 2 segments. The first segment being of Team Rocket content. The second one being of Ash and Go going into getting or locating, or actually, what the hell were they even doing here?
Well, here's the thing. There was a drought. And you have a Marsh Tom stuck in the fucking riverbed.
No, but like, why were they there? I mean, did they ever explain why they just happened to be there?
No, they were just there. They were just there. it was just there. That's it.
So you're telling me that by sheer ass coincidence, they just happened to be at the right place at the right time to save these Marsh Toms?
Yeah, much like this episode.
I think what annoys me the most about this, and this is something that actually Terrell said in his review, is that why was it so important to put them in the opening?
I can actually answer that question.
Okay.
This is not the last time we're gonna see them.
What?
They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't put them on a freaking poster and wouldn't put them in the opening if they weren't coming back.
But why? Like,
why? Because Go still needs one.
Oh shit, you are right on that part.
Why didn't he just catch one?
No,
before?
he tried to.
No, one of the ones that wasn't stuck in the fucking mud.
Unless they're teasing Brock's, Ludicolo, and Marshtom. I mean,
I'm talking about one of the other marsh stops that existed.
And mark my words on this. If they come back and they do something stupid that ends up helping South Machine go, mark that. Mark this day.
You know what?
October 19th, 2020.
I mean, because one of the things that pissed me off the most is like there was a bunch of Marstop just standing there looking at stuff, and I'm like, use water gun on it. What?
And there's so many dumb things. Like even when Ash dropped the leaf, I was annoyed because it's like, okay, you could have gone back and tried it again, but no.
It was obviously a gag. I mean, it was obviously a gag episode, which actually makes it better than fucking Half of Sun and Moon, because at least we know this was a fucking gag episode as opposed to freaking Sun and Moon, where they were trying to make an adventure, trying to make an episode and throw fucking gags that don't work in it.
I just feel like it just wasn't necessary at all. I think that's just what I.
I mean, there's a weird line, obviously.
No, you don't, Terrell, because I have reasoning to actually talk about this episode, and you'll find out.
Weirdly, for me, when it comes, there's a thin line, obviously, between the realm of comedy and the realm of reality. And when you make a fiction of any type and you base it off some form of comedy.
Terrell, if you have the balls, come on here.
I think he's actually pretty busy, if I recall correctly.
Yes, you are busy. I'm just saying.
You set rules, but
some actually like the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you set rules in your universe, but when you have clear rules in your universe,
but we're not going there.
You gotta use them. You can't. I saw all these marsh stops standing here like, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, use water gun on the other fucking marsh stop. This shit isn't funny. Hey,
Thank you.
Oh no.
Thank you. I wanted to debate him. I just wanted to debate him.
I'm not gonna take this to the level that happened last time. All I'm just saying is that I understand it's supposed to be a gag, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it wasn't fucking funny. It wasn't even close to being funny. It was fucking stupid. It was
and I actually agree with that.
I'm so
you said you like the first part though, right? The Team
Yes,
Rocket?
because there's actually a reasoning behind the first part.
The Team Rocket one is fine. I have really, for the most part, I have no real issues with the Team Rocket part. The Marsh Stop one was blatantly dumb and had a bunch of easy plot convenience to create gags, but the gags weren't funny because if you're someone who recognizes I think Tyrone was already in the middle of saying it, but if you recognize all the things that they could have done to fix the problem, it's not funny when all the options are being magically, well, I wouldn't say magically, but conveniently put.
They extended the jokes.
I wouldn't have mind if
they conveniently put like, oh look, Go can't catch it because for some reason when it's in the ground, it won't. You can't just get it in the ball, even though we've had episodes where they've caught Mons in things before. Like that's a cop out. Like or the
I did like the example. I did like Ludicolo showing off the weather moves, which we really haven't seen like called out much. I wouldn't mind
if we had run into a situation where the Pokemon try to use water gun and like it's so fucking hot, the water just sizzles away before.
Yeah, but see, Tyrone, that would have made sense, and that's what we weren't going for. We weren't going for logic in this bitch. The Ludicolo one is probably the most tolerable of all the jokes.
Yeah, because he did the Nene, so that was interesting.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
sunny day, and
you can get away with being like, oh, I don't get it. Like Ludicolo doesn't understand what they're saying, so he mistakes.
They made it like the movie one, which is again
that one's fine. That one's fine, but that's like the most tolerable joke in here. The look, Sabo conveniently gets scared by fucking nothing. And says, "Oh, I can't."
Well, then again, no. I mean, Marsh Tom's face is very like.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
I mean, look at this meme. It's a fucking meme, dude.
Tia says that's bullshit.
Well, then tell that to Shogun anyway.
Yeah, water gun turned into Scald.
You know what this is? If anyone remembers my Best Wishes reviews, this is use fucking water gun all over again.
I was about to say it's literally use water gun at this point.
And it just makes me mad.
Yeah,
like
the problem is though. water gun on a surface this dry isn't gonna do jack shit.
It's rain. How is that any different than the rain?
And also, we clearly saw the water soak
Yeah.
the ground when Ash dropped the water in the leaf. It, like, they were showing signs of it, like it didn't evaporate. No, the watermarks were still underground. So it could
but you gotta see
hot.
rain dance. Yeah, but rain dance freaking caused the fucking downpour, like motherfucker.
And also,
You
was
had
probably responsible
you had hundreds of marsh time that could have been helping. Well, not hundreds, but at least a good chunk of marsh time that could have been helping their fucking friend in using water gun in unison.
Because they're fucking inept.
They're inept to not realize that fuck, my friend's in trouble. They're worried about my friend, but we didn't think.
You saw that in the episode where they just looked at it. They're just like blah
Yeah,
blah 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 blah, and they just walked
They just
off.
don't. They're just like.
And
yeah.
they don't even explain how they're getting caught in the ground in the first fucking place.
We have animals that'll chew their fucking limb off to get free of an animal that caught them, but we got marsh stops that are too fucking stupid to use water.
Yeah, see, it's like guys, we're trying to tell a joke, but ignore all the logical fallacies that exist. Just listen to the joke. I swear to God, it's funny. And I'm like, but the logical fallacies is what makes the joke not funny. No, don't pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to that. I'm like, were you fucking kidding me? You didn't have to do much to make this comedy oriented, and all
you're expecting too much.
I'm expecting comedy
gold.
I was expecting basic fucking expecting. Did you just tell me I'm expecting too much in a fucking episode where they actively chose
a fucking gag episode?
It's not even. I'm so mad, bro.
Let me use an example. Let me use an example from the OG series because they did a joke similar to this actually, where Brock, Misty, and Ash are traveling. And Misty tells Staryu to use water gun in the air, and the resulting water that came down cooled them off. Ash is like, that's a pretty good idea. And then he chooses Squirtle, says use water gun, but instead of doing the exact same thing, Squirtle just blasts Ash in the fucking face. It's funny. That works. Both Pokemon are able to use water gun. One just uses it differently.
They essentially nerfed Sobble and Marshtomp for the convenience of a gag, and then had a bunch of dumb conveniences to make the gag work. And the problem is when you show me
and here's the thing. Did I say I liked it? I think it sucked.
Yeah, but you just said that and said I was expecting too much.
That you were expecting too much. But the thing is, though, it's no shit.
It's basic comedy. They couldn't even get basic comedy right. I want that to be stated. How you gonna give me a Team Rocket episode that was funny in its own? I mean, not episode, but part that was funny in its own right, and didn't have to do any dumbass loops to get the comedy to go off. But the next episode couldn't do basic fucking things, like figure out a way of making the joke with the Marstop work without fucking doing dumb shit going, oh, well, Sobble can't use water gun because it's scared, or Marstop are all fucking stupid. Look, what? That's lazy. That's lazy fucking writing.
And
Sobble fight Flygon a few episodes ago.
Exactly. It's lazy fucking writing. It's basic shit you can't get right. And all you had to do was think for more than 5 minutes.
And then people are like, oh well, we've had filler episodes before, major arcs before. Yeah, but those major arcs have had months and months of build up. It's like we just got one episode. The Zapdos episode was pretty much the start of the build up. So it's just it's just so randomly placed.
Yeah, it's weirdly placed, and it's bad comedy. It's not funny, it's not. And the reason why it's not funny is because they did a bunch of stupid shit. You could have gave me a full Team Rocket episode, for God's sakes. I would have preferred that. Then you sit there and made this dumbass Marstop episode. Fuck it.
I would still think it'll be fun if they actually become confident later to the fucking plot. That would be fucking crazy.
In what way? If they couldn't write them properly in the fucking filler episode, I shudder to think what they would be in like a real episode that actually has like a legit plot line, because they couldn't even. And like I said in my review, I started out not hating this episode or hating that part of the episode, and I got progressively more angrier the more I thought about it. I was like, you put these things in the fucking opening, and it wasn't even worth that. It wasn't even worth the opening shot. Like, what the fuck?
I mean,
I would have accepted if we. You want to know what the biggest problem is? The problem is that they put the other Marstop on screen. I would mind if it had just been that one Marshtomp and the joke had been trying to get him free, and at the end of the episode they look out and see a bunch of Marshtomp in the exact same situation.
Yeah, they're like, well, we did our job, boys. We managed to get this one Marshtomp.
Tyrone, I have a question.
Doesn't show up.
Tyrone, how much thought did you have to put into that example you just gave?
I just thought of it.
Exactly, but the fucking writers couldn't do that. Like, what the fuck?
Draw the Sakuga.
Yeah.
So poor. It was so. That's just such a bad fucking.
However, let's talk about the other part of the episode. Actually, before we do that, there's actually some important milestones because even though yes, I rate this whole episode as a whole a 5. Without these things, with these things is actually a 7, and we will go into that right now.
All right, let's hear it from your side.
Okay, so first of all, let's transition to the rocket stuff.
All right, let me go get a rocket image real quick here for you.
Yeah, so let's get the rocket stuff real fast.
I'm going to be short, by the way. It's going to be super short.
Okay. So let's talk about the firsts in this entire series because people will not talk about this much. Number 1. This is the first meta episode to actually feature the title card at the end of an episode. Number 2, it's the first one to actually have a title card before the opening, a traditional title card, and it is the first episode in the entire meta series to have 2 title cards of 2 completely different stories in the same segment.
Also, it's one of the to wear a mask.
and also, it's one of the longest traditional cold opens in the series at 11 minutes and 44 seconds.
They even joked, I think, about it in the episode. At the end.
Yes, that's correct. So, all right, so let's talk about the Rockets. First of all, I actually enjoyed it even before turning on the closed captions, because. Musashi in this episode really channels Doronjo from Yataman very in the kind of like the with the reaction to the drone recordings. If you look back, the really pompous shots, and by the way, some of the best art you'll see of the Rockets ever that aren't like totally, well, some of them that aren't completely goofy. That's number 1. So if you ever watch Yatterman, and you should check out like any of the Time Bokan series, like the early ones, like in the 70s, you'll understand where that's where the Rockets were inspired. I mean, hell, was it Yuyama actually worked on freaking Time Bokan series at some point. So that's why he got like the inspiration to create the Rockets. Also Musashi doing the glasses push thingy, even though she wasn't wearing glasses. That's the kind of the signature of, intelligence and all that stuff. She got an idea. She got it really like an idea. And I really enjoyed the banter, and this is actually the most we've seen in a row for the Rockets, like talking. And that was really cool to just see interaction. Also the whole thing that Nyath can't speak loudly because he has a cold, he has a cold and stuff, and it's like can't even hear with that freaking gag. And it's also during the whole like dubbing thing, I enjoyed that because Kojiro uses something in the anime or in the known in the industry as Yaku Arigo, which is the stuff with like the verbal tics to convey what Pikachu is saying. So he chose P because it's cute.
Can I just say though, I think my favorite bit about that entire episode, honestly, my absolute favorite bit from that episode was when they finally thought they had an idea and Meowth was like, I don't have the heart to tell them, and you see him just tearing up and he shuffles to the inside of the couch. He's like, I can't, I swear to God, I can't tell them exactly what's going on. I can't tell them what the Pikachu's actually saying. I do wonder, what the hell did Pikachu say? I'm a little bummed out we never got the answer to that, because...
No, I agree with you. That was like my only thing I didn't like. I wish we knew what he said out of context.
He is not a pronoun, it's a verbal tic because it comes at the end.
That was the joke that
that's the Yaku Arigo. That's what it's called.
But man,
Um,
I would have loved
yeah,
to have heard
but
what he
but
said.
in effect, the thing is though, there's actually very little development. There's actually a little bit of development because it's like their development is the quote unquote understanding of Pikachu, and I thought it was cool that they actually like came up to that conclusion, even though it might be 100% wrong.
Yeah.
But it was cool nonetheless. I honestly say that this part of the episode gets the much higher rating because because just to see the Rockets together and also like channeling their inner time bokan like Yatterman like Doronjo stuff. And also if anybody watched the original Yatterman, they're actually in like a basement setting like this with the brick and everything. I just realized that it's like the secret base kind of reminds me of that. So it kind of drives home the point that they were based off of the Doronjo, the Time Bokan and the Time Bokan villains. So this and also not to mention they imported like tons of Alolan cocaine. Because you just see the face that Sonansu makes when with the freaking like the whatever the hell it is the kind of like the mean face with like the fake mustache or whatever the hell it is like the M thing. That's just so fucking funny. Also Kojiro's face where just that's on the TV. It's like stop. Don't even say that. That was so funny. Also Musashi's face too. It's probably her best face since the Musashi face in AG during the in AG 156 where the eyes bulge out and shit. That's probably one of her best faces since then.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. A lot of people I can understand. Listen, I understand why people thought it was boring because what you have here is you have dialogue with no real visual cues. I understand that. I understand why people thought it was boring. I know Zach gave this episode a 1. I'm not that. Yeah, he gave this episode a 1. I think though this episode as a whole still deserves to be deserves to exist. Also, this is the first time in the series where we have 2 completely different title cards because you have Meowth showing up in one and Sonansu in another.
I thought that was cute. I like that.
So, and also having no music as well, it was really paid the focus to the Rockets.
I'm gonna just say I would disagree with Zach's rating of a 1, but it's only because of the rocket bit. Because if it was just the other half, it needs to.
It would get a 2 from me.
It needs to fucking die in a fire.
You know what the best way to describe this episode is? And it hurts because the Team Rocket shit is good.
Why is it that Team Rocket has better filler now? What the fuck happened?
I know, but like this episode, I'm gonna say it like this: this episode was boring to me. I know it had its moments.
I was about to say that shit.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm not gonna say like the episode was completely boring or anything. No, like there were moments in this episode where I did get a chuckle or two, like in the Team Rocket, especially the Meowth bit at the end of the episode. But aside from that, though, the build up to it took a while to get to that. So it was a lot of fluff happening to get to the joke. And then the Marsh Tomp one, I hated how it just like started the episode. It was like, okay, here's the title card. Ash and go find a Marsh Tomp. They scream it's a Marsh Tomp. Suddenly the mid card happens where it's like, who's that Pokemon? And I'm like, what a weird placement to have that there.
It feels bad pacing for the sake of a gag.
And
I
also
think the gag benefited Team Rocket better than it did Ash and Go.
Yeah.
It felt like... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but yeah, unfortunately, it's a boring episode to me. And I think that's the worst thing about this episode because I have more fun with horrible episodes than I do with boring episodes. And sadly, despite this episode doing a lot of firsts for the series, I'm not going to remember it for what it did in the episode itself. I'm only going to remember the trivia shit that fans have taken out from it.
Yeah.
And not necessarily the things that were
here's the thing. Here's
no Sato King.
Just wow.
Yeah, those actually a better. Those had
Sato King the Saint.
Yeah,
Which is funny because I didn't like those fillers. I didn't like that filler. I was the one that didn't.
Was funnier
I
though.
didn't even know that was a two-parter either.
Yeah, it was.
The Sato King
Magikarp, and then the Slow King stuff.
Yeah, because it's Koi King and Sato King. Like
I didn't find the Magikarp part of it funny. I thought the Slow King stuff was okay. It's better. I would say that one's better only because at least the gags make fucking sense. Whereas like half the episode, the show just shits the bed. At least with this episode, the Team Rocket stuff is cool. And I think, and I agree with KG, it takes a minute for it to kind of get to its punchline. Once it gets there, I think the build-up's worth it, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty. Like, I actually belly laughed on that one because I thought it was so fucking funny that they continue to misunderstand Pikachu, where they went from, well, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Pikachu the next time I see him. What the only thing that can make this funnier and to keep this episode in people's minds is if the next time the Rockets interact with Pikachu in an episode, they're like a little emotionally conflicted. That shit is the ultimate payoff for that joke. I'm like, if you let them be conflicted the next time they see Pikachu, that first part is 100% verified in my eyes.
As long as it's only for just that part of the episode. Like,
yeah,
if they don't bring it back up, they should never bring it back up again. Just let it be that one moment then in there.
Yeah, I'm 100. Yeah, because to me, then it's like, if you're a fan of that episode, here's a little cool payoff and nod to it. And this, it may not make sense to people who didn't give a fuck about that episode or skipped it. But if you followed it and you understood it, I'm like, all right, that's a good continuing gag.
Morpeko followed them to their base, and I didn't even know that was actually first acknowledged.
No, but Morpeko's been in their base though.
Yeah, it's been eating their food.
No, but
did y'all forget him? Like, no, I have no idea. I have no idea why. But
let's hope that builds up to something.
But he's been around for a while. You just don't know it because Team Rocket. A lot of Team Rocket episodes don't. Even the ones we had weren't in the base. We've had a couple in the base. The ones in the base, he's always there. Ever since he was introduced harassing them, Morpeko's always been in the base.
Hell, it was in the Heracross episode eating all the honey.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So Morpeko's been pretty consistent. I hope that builds to something. Otherwise, it's another fucking thing that's just around.
It's trying to be a beware.
Which is dumb because I think they successfully stole Choodle too. So I'm hoping they're like building a new team slowly.
I don't know because the Choodle we haven't seen in how long?
Yeah, we haven't seen the Choodle.
Well, I mean, they're going to Galar next week.
No. Ash and Gar are going to Galar. We have no idea about Team Rocket, actually.
We haven't even seen them in the previews.
That's true.
Wasn't there a giant Dreadnought?
We did see a giant Meowth as well in the preview, the trailer. We know that's happening, but we don't know if that's based on the arc itself or if that's happening after the arc.
I don't think that's Team Rocket Meowth though.
No,
it is.
Yeah, that's Team Rocket Meowth.
Talking.
I want to say it's going to happen during the later half of that arc, only because I recall in the animation that they had for G-Max Meowth, I saw the crumbles of the area where you fight the giant Gigantamax Pokemon. What was his name again? The fucking Eternatus, I think his name was.
Eternatus.
Oh, you mean at the end of the game?
Yeah, you know that eggshell thing, that the pieces that are like in Sword and Shields game? I think I saw that next to Meowth when it was in its G-Max form, but I can't remember.
I'm so concerned about this fucking arc.
Especially when you get an episode like this, is like, oh no.
And their writing fluctuates from being like cool to okay to really fucking inconsistent, and sometimes just flat out fucking dumb. And I'm like, bro, don't listen. Sword and Shield doesn't have a lot going for it. There was a lot of drama with the games. The one thing you can cut me a break on is a decent anime adaptation of something relating to Galar. And I'm like looking over on my back of my shoulder. I'm like, they're gonna fuck this up. Like I'm so concerned. But the last thing I'll mention about the Marshall thing, because I think I mentioned it in the review, and I think Polly was happy that I mentioned it. That the biggest offense of this whole fucking thing is the fact that you referenced a character, a fan favorite character, mind you.
Yes.
Considering both of the mons that are featured are mons that he owns. You didn't even use like a Mudkip or something. You specifically used Marshtomp and fucking Ludicolo, Pokemon that don't even have no reason to normally interact. And you teased that. And people thought, let's be real here, any fans thought, oh, that's a reference to you know who. I'm not gonna say it because I feel like I'll jinx it if I say it.
Well, I know the Piplup thing was supposed to be
the
like
Piplup and
right?
Krogan one also pissed off people too.
And it's like, why are you referencing Mons that you know certain characters have owned, and then we get to the fucking episode. Not only is it dog shit, but it doesn't even fucking references. It doesn't like. There's no correlation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Now the Krogan Piplup thing isn't as offensive because those are two different Mons for two different trainers.
And also, didn't that episode end off with a Psyduck, which was also something that belonged
yeah,
to another?
It's like, bitch, are you throwing nods or you just being an asshole? I can't even tell at this point. Like, you're actively teasing the fan base, but you're not. But the payoff isn't worth it. Like the Krogan Piplup one is probably one of the more annoying episodes, only because they repeat that fucking jealousy gag throughout the whole episode.
And didn't they get the VAs to come back for those Pokemon? I think they got the VAs. I don't recall.
I think the idea is that they're supposed to be nods, and I'm like, I get it, but it comes off more offensive than it's supposed to. It's like, here's a cake, but there's nothing inside of it. It's just the actual outside of it.
Especially when you've spent so much time invested with these characters, it's like,
yeah, it feels like
see where they are.
You're burning your fan base, like unintentionally, I would say. It's like, and so I guess that's what ticked me off the most out of everything. That's what finally made me get really angry at the episode. Like after all the other dumb shit with the Marshtomp and the Ludicolo, particularly the Marshtomp, and then at the end of it, I went, "Oh wait, aren't these two Pokemon owned by a certain someone?" Wow, fuck you, anime. This is garbage.
Yeah.
You went through all this and you wouldn't even do it. Like
it's because it's my favorite. That's why. I know.
Oh no, I mean technically, Piplup would be Dawn, and that got thrown in the bus. All I'm waiting for now is a fucking Axew and a goddamn Pansage to show up, and I'll be like, all right, we're done here. Fuck you, anime. You've officially pissed me off. Or goddamn Braixen shows up.
Or the Dene. Now if a Braixen shows up, I'm gonna be triggered on that part, buddy.
I forget. Well, Tyrone would be mad if they showed the Dene out of context and be like,
"No, they've done.
They've done the Dene out of context."
There were they have. Denes.
Yeah, they have, but Dene didn't take front and center. So,
if there's a Dene focused episode, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't do it front and center, so I can't get too mad at it. And I guess I'll briefly just say my thing on the episode in general because
go ahead, buddy.
I'm gonna be honest. The Team Rocket section requires two things for me. One, that you like Team Rocket enough, and two, I think this episode was more specifically verbal wise was for TSS. It was for TSS. Like, let's not. I mean, once you read the subtitles and stuff, you get your jokes and things like that. But I think TSS was able to pick up on like some of the gags that were in context with the Japanese stuff because certain words mean certain things, certain words sound like other things. So they were going off of Japanese dialect. So I'm sure this was the fucking gold mine for TSS.
Oh yeah, this is one. If you ever wanted to do Japanese sentence mining, this is your episode.
And it's for that reason alone, I give it a weird, like the ranking for me is it's like a number, but it's not a solid number. It's like a weird negative version of that number. Yeah, it's like a weird negative version of that number. I don't like it. I don't like the episode, but at the same time, I don't think I'm the person to really judge it. Like I'm not the right person for this episode at all. I don't like Team Rocket enough. I don't even like when Team Rocket does that whole popping behind the bush thing and talks for like 5 minutes straight. I hate that shit. So I hated a whole 15-minute Team Rocket banter because that's what that was to me. Yes, there were jokes. Yes, I like the idea that they try to understand what Pikachu's saying because Meowth is their interpreter the whole fucking time. So it's kind of cool to like dig into the mind of what is a Pokemon actually saying when they talk. Like, fun concept. Wasted on Team Rocket to me personally, because watching Team Rocket talk for a long time to me is like, ugh. I'm just waiting for something else to happen, a scenery to change or something. Nope, they're still here. Okay, got it.
I can.
Yeah, I feel like I'm trapped in a Team Rocket wait till the boss finds out situation, and I'm like, ugh. Get me out of here. And the only thing that I'm greeted with is some Marshtomps that are too damn dumb to get the fucking Marshtomp out of the sand. Out of the mud. And I'm just like,
Tyrone literally was like, well, if I get out of this fucking Team Rocket cave, maybe I'll get to something good. He gets out the cave. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's just like I got out of one thing only to wind up in another, and I'm like, so because some of the ideas that were thrown out were good ideas. Like, oh, the Pokeball could be used to catch Marshtomp, but the Pokeball's not working, even though, like Terrell said, Pokeballs have worked on submerged Pokemon before. Hell, there's been a situation where I believe a trainer threw a Pokeball at random and it caught a Pokemon that it didn't even know where the fuck it was. So why does this work?
Because it wasn't solid.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's
Yeah, it was
that's
liquid.
We need to drag this. We wouldn't have an episode if we let him do the smart thing. So we're gonna come up with some dumb plot reason why it wouldn't work. Like that's what it is. Like that's what makes me mad about it.
I wouldn't be as upset about if Go had actually caught a Pokemon this episode. Then I could be like, okay, at least I got something out of it. Nah, it just exists.
Yeah, but what would he have caught? The Ludicolo? Actually, I don't know why the fuck he didn't catch the Ludicolo. Like, why did we go through the gag of him doing the rain dance? See, that's the kind of shit that makes why did he just catch the Ludicolo and then have it use rain dance? Why did we have to go through the weird?
No. I will admit I did like the sunny day joke only because it's like,
yeah, I love that.
The way the fur cracked and shit.
No. Listen. That's not a bad joke in itself. I'm just saying, considering what the point of the episode was, and he was so quick to try to catch the Marshtomp, but he didn't try to catch the other Marshtomp or the fucking Ludicolo that was there. It just annoys me in retrospect. But the actual joke.
Well, it's because I'll tell you why. Because they fucking ran to the other side. That's why I couldn't do it.
Now,
what are you talking about? He throws the ball. What are you talking about?
Here's my thing. Ludicolo.
They moved like
Ludicolo can learn one other move. He can learn hail. He can learn hail. I kind of wish that happened. I kind of wish the hail
the size of minivans. Let's get it.
I like the hail just beating the crap out of the Marshtomp.
Like, wait, it's super effective against this Marshtomp here, and it's dead.
Yeah, like that. I like the idea of the hail just hitting Marshtomp in the face. That would have been fucking hilarious. If they're gonna play with the weather joke, play with the weather joke. But the weather joke happens so fast, it's almost like they're ashamed of it.
Yeah, in retrospect, I would agree.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
See, this is what I'm talking about, Tyrone. Like, the more I think about it, the more it pisses me off.
Which is sad because that's the best joke in the episode.
That is true.
But to me, this, like, as a whole, this episode, I knew, first of all, I know what they're also trying to do. They're trying to give us a restful beat before the darkest day. That's fine. All right, cool. But they gave us it was such a blank slate. I don't even think I can actually rate it. Can I rate this episode? It's so, this is Sun and Moon. Well, it's not as bad as Sun and Moon, but this is Sun and Moon. Remember when I said I couldn't review Sun and Moon because I don't know how to review Sun and Moon? That's this. I don't know how to review this episode. I don't know how to give it a rating. I don't know how to judge it. It exists. It's there. It is there, and thus it is. So I can't say anything about it. It happens.
Sun and Moon is great. Yeah, Meltachu. Freaking.
You don't get to talk, Mr. Simp, fucking Pokemon 2019.
I hated that Marshtomp shit.
So you couldn't tell, but I couldn't tell.
I disagree with you guys on that one because I think Sun and Moon.
I openly admitted saying that it was bland.
Well, this episode to me was like giving me a soup contest, and all the other episodes were different flavors of soup. This episode was a hot bowl of water.
The problem is comparing this to Sun and Moon. We could have, even though
at least this is just one and not every 15 seconds. Like,
even though Ash wasn't going on.
At least it's here, then you go through other things, and then you come back.
Go ahead, Polly.
We're still in a low list. You know that something is going to happen at some point. I think with this, we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants here.
SM57
I think that's the perfect way to represent this.
SM79 says hello.
First of all, that episode actually meant something because it was referenced later, which is what you're kind of hoping to see Marshtomp be brought back later too. So we'll hope for that there. But Polly, I understand your point because as you stated, it's consistent because it's in one location.
Yeah, and you know what you came for. That's Sun Moon's whole shtick. His humor, family, like the themes just fit with it, even if you don't like every single filler. The tone is just.
I mean, that's the problem 2019 as a series has. When you can jump to any region in any fucking episode, you can get a bunch of episodes where it's like, you know what, we're just gonna throw random shit at you at one point. Oh, look, you're helping this random girl with this fucking Piplup and Kroger that seem to have possessive issues and shit. And then now you're in fucking Johto dealing with a Ho-Oh mystery, or trying to convince the Ho-Oh exists again or some shit. Like, it's cool when it references like cool elements of the actual region. That's why I don't mind the Ho-Oh episode, because that references something in Johto and some other things that we don't get like clear understanding through from the older series. I like those kind of filler. The problem is we also get these dumbass fillers that just don't make any fucking sense, or just does that random character of the day shtick with like, but you're in Sinnoh. Oh, how can I tell? Like it's that kind of shit, and that irks me. 2019 is allowed to kind of do whatever the fuck it wants, and it makes people mad because there's no sense of consistency. Some episodes will be involving character development. Some episodes you're doing dumb shit, like going like, I'm trying to think of, I can't even think of a really ridiculous filler because it's been a while, I think. But the point is, like, you don't know what you're going to get. And some people like, it's kind of like, you know what it is? It's like playing the lottery. You don't know what you're going to get, because sometimes you'll win. Sometimes you'll win a ticket. Sometimes you'll win $1. Sometimes you'll win $5, $20, I don't know, $100 or whatever the fuck. But you won't know until you scratch it. And if you're the kind of person who likes surprises or likes not knowing what's coming next, you'll probably appreciate in this series more and more. But if you're someone who likes some level of consistency and understanding what the fuck we're about to do, this show will drive you absolutely nuts, because it's a fucking crapshoot. Just because you had a B episode doesn't mean the next episode is going to be.
The series is the gotcha machine,
and man, that shit is rough. Man,
my gotcha pulls are not really strong with this one.
This whole series
gotta do my re-rolls now, god damn it, and hope for a better outcome.
Re-roll like a motherfucker.
There is a lot of stuff I like about it. I like its unpredictability, but that's where it's like you never know what you're gonna get.
Which is good in some cases.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is you won't know until after you get it.
You want to know what bugs it though? There's a slight problem with this gotcha mechanic, because previews and fucking posters, those will fuck it up, because Marshtop was shown front and center. This wasn't like the Satoshi Magikarp situation where we got hit with unexpected comedy. This was, hey, look at Marshtop and Ludicolo. Look at Marshtop and Ludicolo. Look at Marshtop and Ludicolo in the opening. And they're just fucking around.
Well, yeah, they're fucking around. That's yeah, and I knew that they were going to take that seriously.
But then
why is it in the opening?
And why is it in the posters? And why is it in the fucking promotion?
Well, first of all, it only takes up like maybe what, like freaking.
No, but I think what they're saying is
the problem.
It's because like Seto King wasn't in the first opening, or the Magikarp shit, and
that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's because the shock factor came because you didn't know it was coming. I think the thing is, this episode had a lot going on it because it was in the opening. It left it seem like as if it's gonna be something significant, or rather just something to look forward to, and then the episode drops and it doesn't feel like it really paid off at all.
It didn't deserve all that attention.
And it bums out too, because it's unfortunately stuck to the Team Rocket one, which honestly I would have preferred a full episode of that. But it had to share.
If I had to tolerate it, I would prefer. If you're asking me, would I prefer a full episode of the Mars Stomp stuff or a full episode of Team Rocket all day? And this is coming from a guy who actively fucking hasn't liked Team Rocket since they weren't Team Rocket. That was the last time I liked Team Rocket.
I think the joke about the whole double
They've had I think this is the most I've enjoyed them since Best Wishes, and I think part of that is just because I have been so indifferent.
Yeah, the grubbing thing. That's about right. Yeah.
In Sun and Moon, that's the only reason why I think I've enjoyed them as much. But yeah,
the Rockets were great there. It's just that too bad the rest of that series was.
Well, I didn't care about Sun and Moon. I didn't care about Sun and Moon.
I think the reason the Team Rocket worked so well in Sun and Moon actually is because they were technically a part of a sub B plot.
Yeah, because they actually had
the
meaning.
Series knew that, and that's how it benefited them in the long run.
Yeah, but the problem is, like I said, it took them too fucking long to actually know what the fuck they were doing, and then they decided to say, okay, we're gonna give everybody cocaine every day.
The ironic part was that Team Rocket, actually, I would have been fine with them staying in Alola. They had their life actually established there.
God, yeah, but that would have been smart, and we don't do smart with Team Rocket.
Like, okay, instead of chasing Pikachu all day, we can just open up shop at this Malasada shop and just
but see, we got to keep the gaggle going on because
our search for Pikachu has led us to a better.
And for the people out there, you know, there's obviously new viewers that haven't watched, you know, any of the reviews in the last 5 years.
We're
so
like this.
Exactly. It's like you have to understand that we like to rib each other all the fucking time, but we have mutual respect for one another. We're not like those. We're not like those fucking 12-year-olds that you find on fucking Xbox. Okay.
And here's the good news. We've gone from the Onions saga with Tyrone to now we're on the simping saga with TSS. I'm gonna run that.
I will laugh at. Good, and I will laugh in your faces if it turns out great.
And DP Gate.
Hey man, now it can be your turn, like it was for me with Sun and Moon.
Exactly. Thank you.
Sometimes, well, when it comes to it, and you have friends together, you need friends that aren't gonna. You don't need friends that are gonna agree with you every fucking time. That's stupid. Self-esteem is great, but self-realization is better. When somebody tells you you're full of shit, this ain't great, you just need that sometimes because then you get your head big. Otherwise,
I don't know.
I'm just trying to be a good friend, Tyrone. That's what I'm doing.
Fuck you, Terrell.
Tonight's been really mellow.
See. So now everybody has their stands. You know, we have freaking Polly with her Johto. We have Terrell with his freaking Best Wishes. We have Tyrone with his XY. We have Kevin with his Sun and Moon, and then we got me with the PM. So that's cool. So everybody has a fucking simp.
Oh, so you are admitting you're.
Good. Well, actually, I was AG one. I'm also AG. So AG and PM 2019.
Now, AG is this current one. We'll see if PM takes that title. Which
PM is getting it. Man, PM seems to be on that road. That's all I'm gonna say. Man.
On the road.
Like I told people like last week, go follow now. Actually, since KG's uploaded all the parts, all the previous podcast episodes, go watch all the ones for PM 2019 and tell me I'm fucking lying. TSS ain't low key simping for this. And listen, and when the
see, that's what you get.
Christ, and when the audience and when the audience says it won't be just me. That's all.
Good. Then I'll take your out back too.
My neck.
Whoa, Jesus Christ!
Here's like. Okay, did I gotta remember? Did Team Rocket do the motto in that episode at all?
What?
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
They had no reason to.
Okay, so I'm reading the whole health must come first or evil can't prosper. I kind of wanted Team Rocket to do the motto, and Meow just can't do his part at all because he's sick. So like they one of them tries to do it for him or something. I don't know. That would have been kind of funny. Or Morpeko jumps in and does it but instead of doing Meow's part, it just eats like their food and takes some front and center. I don't know. I think that would have been funny. Team Rocket can only be funny to me in some situations, and this to me, and I'm saying to me for real, isn't one of them. This wasn't one of them. I don't like when Team Rocket spends too much time talking.
I didn't come here for you to talk.
Well, no, it's just I
came here for you to fly away.
I think OG, AG, and DP wore me out on Team Rocket.
Oh yeah.
And then Best Wishes came and raised my eyebrow, but then they went back to that Team Rocket too, and I was like, well, fuck.
Because the fans want mediocrity, and if that's what the fans want, that's what they'll get. God damn it.
Japanese people.
Yeah, I remember there was literally an episode where Paul's fighting Brandon. He's fighting Brandon, and Team Rocket's just outside deciding how they're gonna climb the battle pyramid. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah, Team Rocket is like, to me in some aspects, is like one of the worst parts of the show.
I was like, get back to the goddamn fight. What are y'all doing? Like, why are we here?
Team Rocket can have their good points, but like in a lot of ways, I feel like, especially the older series, relied on them so much for dumb shit, and it just got frustrating.
And I know a lot of you guys like AG, but I feel like this joke was used way more than once. In Ash's gym fights, Team Rocket, I think, would be digging under the fucking gym.
Yes. Oh my god!
And I'm like, if y'all do that one more time, I'm gonna lose my god.
It was one of the worst fucking things.
At all.
The whole thing was keep digging under the ground so we can catch Ash and Pikachu while
they literally were running out of ideas with them for a good while, and then they figured out what they wanted to do, kind of with Jesse and DP. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then they said, fuck all that, and dropped it.
Yeah.
But granted,
more knocks for the.
But the trade, I think the trade-off was worth it, at least for Best Wishes. Although the fans didn't fucking like it, I enjoyed Best Wishes for the piece I got of them, and I enjoyed them in art. I understand, Paul. Your issue is that there was no basis behind the switch, and they kind of seem like different characters in a lot of ways. I can understand that because literally, if you went from the end of DP to the beginning of Best Wishes, it's like, who the fuck is this? Like, they almost seem like completely different characters. But considering as a fan, I was so tired. I already hated Gen 4 in general. So I was so fucking tired of Team Rocket. So when I got the Best Wishes, go ahead.
It all goes back to what Tyrone says, is how invested you are in these three as characters.
Yeah.
Yes. Because if you can't stand Team Rocket, you're like, fuck this episode.
Yeah, literally. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know they're
thing.
necessary, but I'm Team
They're
Rocket.
not necessary. They're only necessary. They're only considered necessary because people like them. Not because
go ahead.
I like them so much, but I want more for them. I don't want them to be this random, just doing whatever.
And weirdly, even though I didn't care for Sun and Moon that much, I say they did well in Sun and Moon. Like, Sun and Moon was, to me, their conclusion story.
Here's the thing, Paulie. You're still at that young age where you can still have that believability that the writers will actually put them, make more out of them.
I mean, hell, even Kalos used them sparingly, and Jessie was actually at her best in Kalos in performance-wise.
Yeah.
I need to watch more Kalos, but I would still say DP.
She made it in top 4 of the Kalos Queen.
But it makes me mad that they do that and then they never fucking expand upon it. Like, it just fucking sits there. Yeah. And it's only for Jesse. That's the other problem. Like, James gets nothing in these situations.
He got one bottle cap episode.
James got his time to shine in Sun and Moon, where he got to battle and beat. He made it in top 8 in the Pokemon League, in the Alola League.
Yeah, he was the first one in the Rocket Gang to do the Z move too.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, when you compare that with Jesse getting 2 generations, 4 and 6, and a little bit of 3, I guess you could say, of focus, and then you only give James his shine in Sun and Moon, it's like, that doesn't seem fair. It seems like you fucking play favorites, and Jesse's the one who ended up winning out in that situation. And my biggest problem is that, like, I don't mind. And I've said this before, if they would be more consistent with the Rockets, I would be fine. But they're not.
It feels like they jump back and forth, because I think James actually got more character development than Jesse at the very beginning with the whole Jezebel stuff.
Yeah.
To be fair, that kind of carried over in other gens too.
It weaved into Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, it weaved into Diamond and Pearl. But then after that, they dropped James's whole thing, picked back up on Jesse's and kept hers going. Then they popped James back in on the Alola League.
And that's what kind of irks me. I'm like, they're not consistent. Like, Ash has his problems with consistency too. Don't get me wrong, but at least Ash's inconsistency doesn't like fucking doesn't stop the whole show and shit. Like, Ash will always have to get better because the show is revolved around him. The problem with Team Rocket never has to get better. because Team Rocket's just meant to be funny. They're just meant to be funny, and in early seasons they were meant for plot progression. Ash needs a Pokemon to evolve. Team Rocket. Oh, we needed someone to learn a new move. Team Rocket. Oh, we need Ash to find a dumbass way of winning a gym battle.
The Rockets were written more like the Time Bokan villains instead of their actual characters.
I know
the
that.
whole point, which was the whole point.
But to me, that's the problem, because if this series was only running for a certain amount of time, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, and we didn't know, and they didn't know. Honestly, I think.
Well, I know that's why they keep getting experimented with in certain generations. Yeah, but like it never. It does, like, if you're a fan of this series and you've been watching since like Kanto, or you went back and watched from Kanto to now, this shit's exhausting. They're just exhausting at this point, because I'm just like, bro, can we not? So like, that's one of the reasons why I don't even like going back and watching some of the older episodes, because I'm like, fuck, I gotta deal with old school Team Rocket again. God damn it.
Which I don't mind, but
well, joke wise, I actually like OG Rocket.
Joke wise, I think they're fine, but man, when I've gone through like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 generations of Team Rocket, at a certain point, I'm just like, bro, give me best wishes only because I don't have to see them all the time. That was like my main. If I don't have to, actually, X and Y I think did a decent job at that too. Actually,
well, Sun and Moon, you didn't really see them all the time either.
Sun and Moon, I think, did it the best.
Oh, where they weren't seen. Okay, because my main issue was that the early seasons was obsessed with throwing them in every fucking episode, and it's like, bro, I feel like certain battles Team Rocket ends up coming off as a hindrance to me, because I start thinking, oh, well, certain battles got cut off because we had to throw a Team Rocket joke in there. Oh, we missed certain things because there's a Team Rocket joke thrown in there.
They fucked up the Diantha and Ash Pikachu fight.
Man, see, and I'm like, you're not worth that to me. Like, what would I rather see? You interrupt a fight, or Diantha and Pikachu have it out? No, I think I'd rather see the Diantha stuff. Can you leave? No? Fuck. And so now my episode is ruined by your fuckery.
You know what bums me out the most regarding that?
Comedy.
You know what bums me out the most regarding that? It's that they're not Team Rocket's not always in every episode. So why did they decide to put them there and not in any of the other episodes? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why was it that in one of the more major relevant stories that you could have done for his character, for Ash in particular in X and Y, why did you think Team Rocket would have been a good idea to slap in there? When you know there are other episodes that don't have Team Rocket in there, that might have benefited having Team Rocket.
These are the aspects of Team Rocket these are the aspects of the anime I think just need to inherently change, but won't because of tradition. And I guess that bums me out. I think that's the core of it all.
I think Lumio trainer Zach said it the best in one of his reviews, where he was reviewing the little girl who wanted to train her Feebas to win a contest.
No, that one.
He goes, "This episode's great until of one thing, Rocketadon."
Like, the problem is the older fans are just getting tired of it.
Yeah, the newer fans will appreciate it. The older fans will be like, "The shit, man, for real. This is your 6th."
Well, you know what that is. Yeah, this is like Johto. This is like OG and Johto again. Where like, oh, we need the Phoebus to evolve in some way. Ah, here you go. Hi, Team Rocket. Yeah, and I'm just like, God damn it, not this again. Like,
at least I like the Rocket Gasha music.
I mean, the music's fine. I'm just saying, like, I think as an older fan, I think that's the part of the anime that's really gonna get worse over time.
As long as they don't repeat that again, which is going to be impossible given it's already been 1,000+ episodes out already.
And people don't even like the gotcha machine with the Rockets either, I've noticed. Because people miss when they had like their own actual team.
People hate the gotcha machine. And
2019 just has a bunch of fucking weird shit about it.
I don't even have an opinion. I honestly, there's no words I have to describe this episode.
The only reason why I don't hate the Gasha machine is because I know how it feels like to fucking waste $40 in one.
Listen, man, the only one who should talk about gotcha is me, given I've spent over 1K on that.
That's a different KG. You're spending it on virtual gotcha. I actually got the fucking.
The only thing I'll say about the reason why
I bought gotcha in Anime NYC. What are you talking about, buddy?
But you didn't put 4,000 yen into a fucking gotcha machine.
Next year, buddy, I'll do that for you.
Okay. The only thing I'll say about the gotcha machine real quick is that The problem with the Gacha machines is that you robbed the Rockets of one thing they were pretty consistent about getting in every episode, meaning every region, which is their own like Pokemon themed episodes. They don't even get that here.
And it's
Azure Samurai.
also
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. They haven't dropped a nice, excellent. It happened like 5 episodes ago, so they haven't dropped.
Yeah, the Flygon, no?
Flygon, yeah, nice.
They also get rid of the ironic joke
Because you got to pay Marina Eichholz every freaking her $5.
They also got rid of the ironic joke that comes with Team Rocket, where their goal is to steal Pokemon and use them as profit. Ironically, Team Rocket is better handling their Pokemon than most trainers. They love their Pokemon more than most trainers do.
Yeah, like there's a reason why people remember.
Say what you want. They're better trainers than like I guess early Paul, fucking Damien, and Cross.
Well, I mean, but the point I'm making is that, and granted, there's things that you can still do to improve their mons. Like for example, stop giving James mons that actively want to attack him in the form of love. Like I get it. It was funny maybe the first 2 times, and then you wouldn't fucking stop. Like the Marini stuff, and I don't mind him even having that mon, but man, it was like, oh, let's give James a funny face. Oh, we'll just have him get poisoned every time they show up. Like you can fix those kind of things, but the fact that you do the Gacha machine now, you don't even get that. You don't even get the Jessie bonding with hers or James catching. And James's best episodes usually came from the episodes with him and his mom, like Chimecho and Cacnea and Growlithe and actually Marini I think gets a couple of good ones too. Like Mime Jr. It's like actually James had a lot more Sinnoh Pokemon than I remembered. Damn.
Carnivine
and Carnivine and fucking Victory Bell. Like that's James's best episodes usually of those.
Mm-hmm.
So but you took that out for a gimmick in the form of the Gacha machine with the random Pelipper that drops it off. Which I'm like, bro, like you could have brought back the Delibird asking for fucking money, and I thought that was funnier. That was only funny. I think that was funny just in the sense of like, oh, the whole season you're in debt. And I think it led to them making traps and plans that were on the cheap because of it. Or they would make
actually Ash and Company got disappointed. They're like another hole in there. We have to make cutbacks.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
I like that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Another hole. You couldn't be original. We had to make cutbacks, twat.
I think they're just doing a disservice to the evil team as a whole. But you're right, Terrell's right, because it's never gonna get any. I hate to sound negative like that. It's just.
Oh no, I've actively given up on. I gave up on the Rockets like back in the end of. No, I gave up in the Rockets in Kalos. I think that's when I gave up. I was like,
really?
Oh.
It's
actually. Okay,
I was done with them. DP was just more. That was just more.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, bro. Like, I had Best Wishes, and Best Wishes, I was like,
yeah.
And Best Wishes, I was like,
sorry, those 2 words.
I don't necessarily. I don't hate it, but I'm like, at least here they're different, and I don't have to put up with all their same bullshit. And I was like, oh, thank God. And then at the end of Best Wishes, we got Diamine, and they were like, no, but the fans don't, man. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all want. That was like the first thing went through my mind when I heard that.
The problem is when Shinichiro Miki and freaking Musa, freaking Megumi Hayashibara gets freaking like complaints. That's a problem. When Japanese people complain, that's fucked.
Man, I lost something great because people say it wasn't as funny. When the fuck have they been? It just made me sad, bro. But that's the reason why I didn't lose faith. I
get Polly's end of this too, though. It's like how can Jesse and James be Giovanni's best operatives when last I remember he forgot they worked for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they flop around with that shit all the time. Like Best Wishes retcon that shit, and then I think it went back and forth for the next 2 regions. Like Kalos. I don't remember how did Giovanni view them in Kalos? I don't remember.
I mean, it's just one of those things where he was inquiring about the Team Flare plot. They never did anything with that. Then the whole thing with Nanu and Simone, never did anything with that. It's like I don't think they know where they're going in terms of it's like the villainous team in general. It's like they bring back Matori and that other new crew, but for what? For one episode? Are they going to be a bigger threat in the future? Like, what is the point of them? I don't know. It's
a bunch of hodgepodge of ideas, and you're just like, bro, can we just get some type of consistency? Like, give me like a baseline so I know where the fuck we're going.
And the reason why I'm upset about this is because I actually do care, because they were the first characters that besides Brock, that I just absolutely fell in love with. And I love their narrative from OS to DP. You know, like the fillers can get annoying sometimes, but I genuinely was invested in the backstories and the character development Jesse got. Like, you really become I really became attached to them. So it's just
no. At the end of the day, the only thing we all ask for is simply we just want the best out of everybody for this series. And sometimes when you see something not going the way you want it to, it unfortunately stings very hard. And sadly, this is something that will never fade away with any series.
I want to also mention a couple of things. Number one, even though I have series that I completely hate, I still freaking trucked along and still watched it because I'm a true fan. Also, this week we had Shiratori version 2 again. So they went from version 3, which is kind of like a mismatch of versions 1 and 2 in terms of visuals.
Can we please go away from this Shiratori now? I'd love for it to disappear now.
I don't understand the hate for it.
I don't hate it. It's just it's been there for too long, in my opinion.
I mean, okay. That's fine, but that would imply them having characters to give endings.
Get some. Well, that means you're dissing Masuda, and Masuda needs to get paid.
Shit, yeah, you're right. He doesn't make music.
Yes, but on the other end of the spectrum, I would love like a Go-based ending.
Yes,
I mentioned this actually a while back. I said
Go has so many. Go has so many minds. Show them in a fucking ending. Why not?
Tyrone, that would be smart.
That would require them to pay the Sony for them to pay the artist money.
Yeah. No, get the VA of Ghosts to do it.
But all the openings and endings since XY have been Sony Music Entertainment to freaking stitch out.
I know, but it's those touches I like. I openly admit that I don't care for Dawn as a character, but I love that she has her own ending and it sounds catchy
and opening.
Yeah, and then I love that Serena had her own opening in there. I love Dory Dory; it's a good song. And then I loved, I even loved, didn't they give May one? Yeah, they gave May.
May is one of the best endings.
What that shit?
Yeah, so I like that. I like when they give, they technically kind of gave Clement an ending too.
Yeah, you're right. We never got a Lily ED, which I think everybody was kind of hoping to
see. Then, actually, every character in X and Y got their own ending with the exception of Ash, probably. But,
Bonnie got an ending.
Yeah, Bonnie's ending saved the fucking world.
Because Ash's song is type wild.
Yeah,
Ash's song was X, Y, and Z.
X, Y, and Z.
Well, in that series, but in general.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think that's my favorite thing. I love that we went through a reboot with Type Wild being the last opening.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to kind of go in circles.
But I think Go deserves.
Ending, you're right.
I think Go deserves his own ending at this point. Like he deserves it.
I wanted to say, I think it's about time we get a High Touch 2.0. But and I don't mean to actually do a remix of it. No, I mean I want a song by Ash and Go together.
Yes.
And then Koharu can do the ED.
Hell no.
And
Koharu doesn't deserve her own ending yet.
No, she does not.
No, I'm not saying to give it to me now. I'm saying give it to me after the Eevee capture or some shit like that.
They don't even know where the fuck they're going with her character. I want to hear that shit.
She's a student in school. That's all you need to know.
Man, KG, that sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Listen, I just want no. I'm just saying we
I
have to
can
make.
talk about
Listen,
I can talk about best
we
wishes bullshit. But we don't
we
have
have to make some sacrifices
I mean, if you
in
want
order
to,
for us
go
to get
for
the
it.
action
You
going.
go
I don't want
and
to.
This is the
I want to go.
sacrifice.
I want to get the fuck out of here. But we have to also talk
we're
about.
at time.
But we also have to talk. Well, we also have to talk quickly that next week is going to start the Sword and Shield stuff. Everybody's
Darkest
excited about
Day.
that.
And we will.
Darkest
Well,
Day.
I'll be doing a reaction here. I'm not sure if everybody will join me for that, but I'll be doing a live reaction to it.
No, I'm gonna actively avoid mentioning my thoughts on these episodes until the arc is done. That's the way I'm gonna.
Are you going to start doing the arc reviews?
I'm gonna wait until fuck.
You got to wait a month.
I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait a month until this shit's over, and then once it's over, I might do live reactions and just not post them. That's what I might do.
Yeah.
Join for
But I'm
mine
not-
then. For that one, we normally do it on Friday nights at like around 8. So
If I
Possibly.
can, I will.
yeah, we don't do it too late, only because it's
If
reaction.
time permits.
Yes. So
If time permits.
I think right now I would say would be the perfect time for us to go and wrap things up.
Mm.
For this whole discussion for tonight. I am just genuinely surprised, and TSS once again was right in regards to us having the weirdest ass long review of this series. I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to cut off this review if I was to ever do it, but Jesus Christ, man.
I told KG famous last words, and you know what? I was exactly right.
Yeah, because it went all balls to the wall in like a different direction. It's like you were supposed to go left and somehow the car veered all the way to the right and fell off into the goddamn river, and now we're stuck here in the middle of nowhere.
It's like the episode of Mr. Bean where he tries to drive his car and the steering wheel comes off.
Did we even get your review on the episode? Yes. I said it was boring as shit. Aside from that Team Rocket stuff. But
I gave it a 5.
I said it was boring as shit plus the Team Rocket shit.
I gave it a 5 without the first of the series 7 with.
Yeah, but Terrell brought up a good point before. If they somehow bring that shit back up, like the joke that they made in the Team Rocket thing, and actually have it bring back up in like a later episode, then the payoff for that Team Rocket joke was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
If they do it, we'll see. We don't have to wait that long anyway. So, with that, ladies and gents, we hope you guys enjoyed our discussion / podcast for tonight. It is time for us to, of course, go and say farewell. But alas, don't worry, folks. You can always continue to follow us wherever we go via our social medias in the description down below within the friends segment. You can go and check everybody out there for Polly, for Tyrone, TSS, Terrell. Make sure to go follow them on their Twitters, and if you have yet to do that as well, make sure to follow them on their respective Twitches. Tyrone the God 3 for TSS Killer. I believe yours is the same Game Freak on Twitch as well. Terrell?
No. On Twitch it is. On Twitter it's the Game Manic.
Yeah, the Game Manic on Twitter, the Insane Game Freak on Twitch, Age of Trades as well for both here on Twitch and on Twitter. And of course, you can find all of my stuff down below as well. Once again, we also have now made a new dedicated channel for the PokePod content here on the YouTube platform, which will be available as of right now. I already tweeted about it, so if you haven't yet, make sure to like and retweet that to share the good news with everybody. Make sure to go and check out the merch that we have down below as well if you'd like to go get some stuff via stickers, mugs, shirts, sweaters, hats, you name it. Go take a look down below. And yeah, we're going to go and wrap things up for tonight. I got to go catch up on the manga I've been leaving behind me because the new chapter came out, so I want to go read that right now, God damn it. So we'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everyone, and as always, have yourself an awesome day.
Wash your fucking hands so you don't end up like Meowth.